This is a terrible time to have that one song with the like that. This is a bad time to have that stuck in my head.
Or is it perfect?
Or is it the best time?
All right.
QuestMaster.
QuestMaster.
Indeed. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing?
I'm good.
Hooray.
Excited now. Now I'm just like
All
super
right.
jazzed.
Good. Well, hello, I am Jenna, and this is QuestMaster. We've gathered several accomplished women to come and play a rousing game of Dungeons and Dragons with us. Why? Because it's Women's Day. I guess, yeah, obviously. Also, to raise money for the Trevor Project, which you can support over at give.thetrevorproject.org/questmaster or tiny.cc/badass women of D&D. Whichever one you feel like, I guess, but you know, which one is better. After that, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will. And let's meet our contestants here today. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go in order and ask each one of you to give me your preferred name, why you're here tonight, and then what exactly is your character doing at this specific moment. So, alphabetical order. Alex, you're up first.
No, I have to be the first person.
You do.
My name is Alex, Alex Miss She Her. I am the DM of the Quid Pro Roll podcast. I also own a comic and gaming store in Richmond, Virginia called Alpha Comics and Games. And after hearing everyone's character concepts, I'm a little afraid. I am playing Ainine Clariette. She is an Asimar paladin. She is a knight of the Kingdom of Alaria. She's big hard ass, and honestly at the moment I'm imagining she's nursing a migraine based off of the descriptions that have been so far given.
Me too.
Yeah, same. Excellent. Well, one thing to add to that, what is your character doing right now at this exact moment? If you want to describe anything else other than nursing a hangover.
It would be a migraine, not a hangover. Fun does not exist for Ainine.
Okay,
she does not have fun. Never ever fun. Honestly, at the moment, without do I get any contextual information on like where I am, or?
Oh, it's all up to you at this point.
I mean, at the moment, honestly, probably running through training drills, if I'm going to be very honest, because fun does not exist for Ainine. Only work, only doing things that have purpose.
Excellent. Okay, well, mid-drill, you do stumble across an immaculate white envelope with a red wax seal, and stamped on that are the letters QM. Do you open it?
I'm going to pick it up and look and see if anybody around is there.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm going to open it. I'm nosy.
Okay, excellent. So, Cate, would you like to answer all of those questions about your name and why you're here tonight, and then what your character's doing?
Nah.
Fantastic.
I'm sorry, it's right there. Hi, everybody. I'm Cate. I go by Cateosaurus on all the social medias. I talk about ADHD and mental health, and I also play D&D. I'm the co-host of the Infinite Quest podcast with me and my cool friend Eric, where we also talk about ADHD and depression, and we also play D&D. There's a lot of D&D going on. I am playing it sounds jerky to say fan favorite, but I'm bringing back an old character, Proxima Sans, and I'm here because I think all of the people here are super cool and interesting, and I'm awkward and I'm bad at having friends, and so I thought it was really cool that I got invited at all. And also I'm a big supporter of the Trevor Project, and so I'm just really happy to be here. And right now Proxima is she's got a really big rucksack, camping roll. There's like a rope hanging off of it. And Proxima has these big sort of knee-high combat boots, and she's tucked up her skirts and she's got them hoisted into her belt, and she's walking down just this really unfortunately muddy road, and it's probably for her where she is pretty early in the morning. She's just gotten back from her work as a sort of battlefield medic, and she is headed back to her tent, where she is going to hopefully get a few minutes rest before jumping back into action.
Fantastic. So as you approach your tent, as you're coming back, you see on the flap of it is an immaculate white envelope with a red wax seal stamped with the letters QM. Do you open it?
I think Proxima will look around, see if she notices anybody, and then she'll take the envelope, she'll duck inside the tent, and she will open it there.
Excellent. So, Chelsea Bites, same questions.
Wonderful. Because I love questions because I never have answers. Hi, I'm Chelsea, aka Chelsea Bites. I am a tech content creator / streamer who doesn't stream on their own channel. It's don't question it. That's just how it crumbles down. But when I'm not streaming on my own channel, I am a host for Amazon AMC and a whole bunch of other things, and it all just blends together, honestly. You might just want to Google me at this point and you'll learn more than I'll ever be able to tell you. So please do. But I will be playing Za, an elf druid who has like totally an attitude. And right now I'm just in this mood to commune with the spirits. So I've made my meditation circle out of like these the smoothest pebbles I could find in the area. And I've had all the spirits chill out. We're doing our yoga meditation circle. We're just having a good time. Breathe in, breathe out.
Excellent. Well, you are distracted for just a moment as you notice one of those petals isn't quite a petal. It is an immaculate white envelope that has a red wax seal on it stamped with the letters QM. Do you open it?
QM. I pick it up and I like totally rip it open.
Fantastic. All right, Swan, what's up?
Hello, I am Emily Swan, also known as Swan, also known as a Swan named Emily across the internet. I am an artist. I stream art on my channel. I lead and help collect all of the amazing members of the Doodle Crew, which is a live art stream that we also do throughout the month where we pick different prompts and then we stream all of our art. And I'm also on an amazing chat show with Kruggles, who is also here. Yeah, and I am playing Arbery. She is also a wood elf druid. Yeah, and I am just super excited to be invited because I don't get to play D&D that much, so I'm so happy to be here. I'm just happy. I'm super excited. But yes, Arbery is intensely looking at all of the berries on the ground, and she's collecting them exactly to figure out which one she needs that she can put into her components, but not take too many because the berries are really important. But she's also going through the grass and making sure that she has everything that she needs and talking to the trees because they're very worried about the upcoming fall, but it shouldn't be too rough because she's looked at the weather and she thinks it's going to be fine. And she's just very worried about making sure that all of her components are in her bag.
Excellent. So as you're looking at these berries on the ground very closely, you kind of look up a little bit and you see right in front of you, inside one of the bushes that you're kind of looking through, is an immaculate white letter that's stamped with a red wax seal. There's the letters Q and M on it. Do you open it?
I very carefully pull it out of the brush. I'm going to smell it all over. I'm going to lick the wax seal just a little bit. And then I'm going to very carefully open it.
Wonderful. And Steph.
Hello, I'm Steph Granola. I play on Adventure Incorporated podcast, which is a D&D 5e actual play. And I am tonight playing Ellery Rialtonum, who is a half vampire elf bard. And that is my character on season 2 of Adventure Inc. I also do a Shakespeare podcast called Protest Too Much, where we also have talked about D&D at length. So really, like, what is any topic if not D&D persevering? So Ellery right now is hanging out with Tessa, the other members of Tessa, and she's learning a new instrument / weapon. She's made a recorder dart gun. And so she's kind of like, and kind of target practicing as she goes.
Fantastic. So as you're target practicing, you do kind of get drawn away just to go get one of the darts that you shot in the tree. And you notice that pinned underneath it is this immaculate white envelope. Well, there is one hole in it now from the dart, but otherwise immaculate. And it has a red wax seal on it stamped with the letters Q and M. Do you open it?
This doesn't belong to anyone, does it? she's gonna kind of like rifle through the names. Like nobody starts with a Q, nobody starts with an M. So she's just gonna open it.
Fantastic. So as all of you guys open your envelopes, either enthusiastically, carefully, moderately, however you want to do it, you hear this pop, and suddenly you are being transported. You're zooming down this densely packed stand of trees. If you were to look to your left and your right, you would see 4 other beams racing through time and space, leaving a trail behind them like a sparkler being waved through the air. Suddenly, you stop. It's so thick you can't even see the forest through the trees. It's dark outside, like raining cats and dogs, but every cloud has a silver lining. To your right, you see a rocky outcropping that you can step into. Your party ducks in a row under the outcropping, and you realize that there's an entryway here. You aren't sure you should mess with it, but fortune favors the bold. Suddenly you realize that you're actually in a cavernous room and the doors slam behind you. You are trapped. You take a moment to observe this room. You can see that there's a large sheet of ice covering one side of the room. And as you look closer, you can see 2 figures backlit behind it. And then you notice a white envelope stuck to it with a wax seal like the one you just received. Would somebody like to open it?
Oh my God, like, where are we? Is this like creepy to you guys?
Anine's hand is immediately going to like her sword hilts, like, does anyone know what just happened?
I don't even know who you guys are.
My name's Ellery Rialtonum. I'm super happy to meet you. My grandma always says that magical envelope portals are really just the universe's way of bringing you new friends.
Oh, like my grandma never said anything like that, but I'm like willing to accept a new form of, I guess, saying that's cool.
Ellery,
Hi.
as you say that, a large, just huge crack starts forming down from the top of the ice.
Oh,
Are they requiring we break the ice? Is that a thing that we're having to do right now?
like I actually have heard of something like that. And I'm really notoriously good for those things. So, hi, I'm Za. And I'm really, attuned with the spirits. I'm like a druid, but I like to think that I'm just like really cool with, the spirit realm.
As you
sounds
say
really
that,
exciting.
another huge crack comes down.
Who are you? You're scaring me with your weapon. You've got your hand around it like really tight.
She's gonna like let go of her rapier and kind of like hold up her hands like, fair, not stabbing. My name is Inine Clariette. I am Knight Commander of the Ilarian Knights, and I am very pleased to meet you.
Oh my gosh,
however
like
odd the
likewise.
circumstance.
I go to like shake their hands if they're willing.
She's gonna go right ahead and go with you on it.
As you two
Though
shake
she's
hands,
still
another
suspicious.
huge crack comes down.
I'm not trying to, interrupt whatever super happy friendship time we're all having, but should we do something about this? And then Proxima kind of awkwardly stands for a second. She goes, "Oh, and my name is Proxima. Hello, it's nice to be here. Thank you very, very much."
A very hesitant crack comes down, but it does crack.
So all the while, I've
Hiya.
moved towards the edge, and I'm just searching around trying to figure out if I can see anything or feel anything. I said I can't hear the trees. I'm not sure what the trees are saying right now. I'm not sure, but there's all these new people. So maybe these people are talking for the trees right now. So I say, "Hi, I'm Arbery. I can't hear anything, but I can hear all of you."
Oh, well, Arbery, maybe if you're looking for trees, this'll help. And Ellery's gonna pull like a twig. She's covered in twigs, out of her hair or somewhere, and hand it to Arbery. It's not very big, but it might whisper to you.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, it's like so sweet. You guys are so nice. I really want to be nice like you guys. Wow. And I'll like just mentally note this. And I would have noticed the letter. I would have noticed the letter, right?
Yep.
I'm like, guys, y'all see that letter on the wall, right? And I'll go and walk over and try to peel it off the wall as a give.
It comes off easily in your hand. It's just a letter.
Did you guys like get a letter like this?
I did, yes.
I did.
That's how I got here.
Huh. It had like a QM on it. Like, what's their name? Like quartermaster? What? That's so weird. And I'll pull it open.
And on it, it just simply says break the ice.
Oh,
I'll look up at the ice. Like, it's pretty broken. Did you guys see? It says break the ice. And how does the ice look right now?
The ice is almost ready to give. You guys have shattered it with your introductions and your descriptions, and it's almost ready to go.
I'm going to take my staff and kind of like knock it like the weakest point I can see, because
That does nothing.
I follow instructions.
Proxima sort of like takes note of this, and she looks down, she sighs deeply, and she says, I am very afraid of spiders. One time when I was very young, I peed my pants at the sleeping party, and I blamed it on a glass of water. And also I really like, like lutes. Not a big fan of like hard, heavy, barred music, but I like lutes. And then she looks expectantly at the ice.
And it cracks and groans. It starts coming apart and shatters, and you see the shards of ice tinkling past you guys. It sounds like glass skittering over a floor. And in front of you are the two figures that you saw initially backlit. And one of them is the most incredible being you've ever seen in your life. It's just, they're astounding and astonishing, blindsiding, dumbfounding, eye-opening, flabbergasting, jarring, the most incredible person that you ever could have possibly witnessed in your life. Just jaw-dropping, they're jolting, they're amazing, unimaginable, extraordinary, phenomenal, rare, sensational, spectacular, wonderful.
Please,
sublime,
please, you
stupendous.
compliment me too much.
And next to that person is the most adorable little pudding, little Alex.
That's me. So, welcome. We have the QuestMaster here, and I am the assistant. What have you guys brought for the QuestMaster?
I'm sorry. It seems as though the QuestMaster maybe brought us rather than us bringing ourselves.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're coming to play in our QuestMaster game. So what have you brought as tribute?
I wasn't aware this was a potluck.
Oh, well, it doesn't
Hey,
have to be food.
I don't think you like heard us as like a group together. So like we got this invitation that honestly, I think just had like the wrong address. It just showed up in my meditation circle, and we were very rudely and briskly taken away from our corresponding areas, I presume. And what we're trying to communicate is that we didn't like that. And we have like no idea what we're doing here. So when you talk about gifts or I guess things to offer up, it just I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, well, this is the
It must be very
QuestMaster
awkward
and-
for you.
No, I'm perfectly fine with this. We do this all the time. Our producers love it. So this is the QuestMaster right next to me, and you're here to play our quest game. Yeah.
Producer? I look back at the group like, what are they like talking? A producer?
Sorry, Proxima looks kind of at the group, and she looks at the QuestMaster, and she says, okay, when you say game, when you say game, when I think game, I think haha, fun, happy time. Play games, there's puzzles, there's balls, there's sticks, happy dancing children. When you say game, broad estimate, how much potential for death and or grievous bodily harm is there within this game, because I'm just going to say this. I don't speak for the group. I just speak for me. But this is sus as hell. So I just want to know what's going on. I'm not here to die. I'm not trying to die today. That's where I thank you. Also, can we all agree? Maybe we don't talk about the pee pants thing, okay? I offered that to the group. That was a circle of trust. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
it depends on
it's
ratings.
valid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on our ratings, but
Little
generally,
Alex,
it's great. Yeah, yeah.
can I see you for a second?
Yeah, of course.
I did ask you this time to be polite and ask them to come.
Oh, I sent a letter.
Hold on. Was it one of your instant portal letter? When as soon as you
as per
open it,
usual.
it transport.
Right.
That's not asking.
Oh. Well, it seemed polite when I sent it.
Well, they're here now. They have to play.
Yeah, they have to. You're here. Why not?
I'm gonna check if I still have the letter I got. I am going to check it to see if there is anything written on it at all.
Absolutely not.
Or if it just
I'm
says the word yeet and it just, that's it. That's all it is.
I'm
Just
like
blank.
an avid reader. I would know if my name is on it. I've written it like so many times.
Oh no, I didn't write your name on it. I just sent it to you. That was
Ugh.
the polite part.
QuestMaster.
Yes.
That's the Q and the M.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
So
That's
you
all
put like
Ellery
the
has to offer
from,
of
but like not
observation.
the two on.
It worked, didn't it?
Wow. I like guess.
Okay.
What is
so-
this game that we have to like play? I'm
Oh,
kind
tribute
of
for the
curious.
QuestMaster. What tribute have you brought for the QuestMaster?
What
What
is our first game?
constitutes tribute?
You know, like any kind of item that you would not mind losing, but that might be worth something.
Oh
I have
yeah,
this-
hold on. I know what mine is. I definitely have it here in my backpack, and I have to look up a thing. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm not going into my inventory. What are you
I was like,
talking
hold
about?
hold on.
I've got this recorder / dart gun. Do you want that? I wasn't very good at it. I could only play hot cross buns.
What? All right. Hot cross buns is pretty great. Is there any, significance with this recorder / dart gun? I mean, that's pretty cool in and of itself. Except you have to cover all the holes at once to blow the dart.
That may have been where I was on the wrong track.
Oh,
I mean, it's important because I if I say my grandma made it, will that make it acceptable?
oh, completely acceptable. Love grandma toys. Well,
My grandma made it.
Nice.
Your grandmother
Well-
made you a dart gun?
Mm.
/ recorder.
That's a good grandma right there.
It's actually very
best grandma.
practical, yes.
Well, like I have like this sling that's made of like, gold leaf and lace. And it's just like very pretty, but it's also like very accurate. And I don't even want to like use it because it's so gorgeous. And I'll hand it over. It's like this very nice, like green and gold inlaid sling with like little white poppy flowers kind of coming off the sides.
I'm not gonna lie, this aesthetic is killing me. I love it. Does this hold any special value for you? Aside from being incredibly pretty.
My grandma made it for me.
No, are there two grandma gifts here? Honest.
Only
Yeah.
one grandma allowed.
QuestMaster, I've studied a lot and I do believe there are multiple grandmas in the world.
Oh. Well, this is news, actually.
So
I'll accept it. Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
Proxima. Oh, sorry. Go
guess.
ahead, Chelsea.
Yeah. No, I'm good. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. My connection is so bad right now. I don't know when people are talking. I'm sorry. So Proxima goes into her backpack and she pulls out like this kind of like metal cylinder. It's about like yay tall. And she like takes the one and she's hot. And she pulls it open and she pulls out this like candle and the candle is lit. And she goes, I have a candle that does not go out, which you think you think when you get it, you're like, that's very useful, but that shit is hot all the time. It's really like, it's not that practical of a gift. I'm just saying, nobody ever talks about that part of magic candles. It's very inconvenient. Anyway, will this serve as tribute?
What's the significance here? Do you have a story with it?
Yes, my grandma made it for me.
No. Okay. Listen, I'm willing to take 2 grandmas.
Wait, we have to give our grandmothers as tribute?
Oh no.
Now that would have been a gift. I don't have a
That-
grandma, so
That would have been
Huh.
incredible.
No, okay, I'm sorry. That was Proxima. I was having a little fun. No, that was actually, it was a gift from my father on my 12th birthday. He said that, you know, the light of the candle represents the light inside of me, and I would, you know, shine into the world. Then he sent me off to war. It got very dark very quickly, you know, but I had this candle, so that was a handy thing, right? So-
your dad sent you off to war at 12 with a candle. You know
Yeah,
what?
and
Okay.
a stick. There was a stick. I had
And
a
a
stick.
stick.
So,
And a stick?
you know, it's fine. It's
Constant
fine.
fire. There you go.
Constant. If
Are
you
you
put the
all
stick
right?
into the candle, then you have a flame stick, which is lots of uses. For you can also sort of burn your enemy, like very small burns, one at a time, but you can do that too. If you put it in the water, it does not go out, which is also kind of neat. It freaks people out sometimes. So, you know, it's not, again, it's not a very practical gift, but like symbolism wise, it was nice, I guess, you know.
Entertaining. I'll take it.
Okay.
So
Truly,
Arbery
Grandma
has
actually make it.
She goes, yeah. Like all of that was made up. Don't tell the questmaster.
Okay.
Yeah, so Arbery's very panicked about all of this and has been like fiddling and holding on to her staff. And so she very like quickly hustles up and hands over her staff to you and says, this is a staff from the forest for you.
Are most wooden staffs from the forest?
Yes, but this one is special.
Okay. Special how?
It came from a very special willow tree that was a mother multiple times removed.
So one might say it came from a grandmother willow.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
I see. All right. You know, hold on. Yes. No. Yes. Hold on. Yes. I'll take this grandmother willow staff.
Ainine, seeing everybody doing their thing, rummages in her bag, pulls out a small ceramic jar and puts it in front of the questmaster.
What's this?
It's my grandmother.
Oh,
You did just say you wanted a grandmother,
Oh,
so
listen, I know I did say that. I did say. I did say that. Yep. Gonna feel really bad about this one, but I'll take your grandmother.
I was waiting.
So I was like, Emily, I need this to be last. It will not be as resonant otherwise.
I got you.
Name was Ashley. Oh,
well, thank you, contestants. Questmaster, how are we gonna rank these gifts that they gave you?
Oh my gosh, they are all so good, and I do enjoy that most of them are from grandma. Some of them are grandma, in fact.
right.
Yep.
2, I would say. So the 2 that are grandma are gonna get 2 points,
Fantastic.
and the rest get 1.
Fantastic.
Do
All
I
right.
only get 1 point since I gave you a physical grandmother?
Oh, you're getting that. That is grandma. She's getting 2 points. That's getting
Yeah.
2 points.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yep. You and Arbery have 2 points. Everybody else, 1 point. So we have some early leads. That's exciting. Well, I'd say this has been a rousing success. Should we send them on to the next task?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So in front of you, the questmaster and little Alex step aside and let you guys continue on down the way. You approach a seemingly dilapidated entryway to a dungeon. And as you look around you see a door that stands about 10 feet tall and seems to be made of some sort of thick wood, but you get the impression that it might be a little bit more than it seems. On the side of each door, there are pillars that stand 5 feet tall, and perched on top of either one is a crow, a live crow, staring at you, hanging out. And there's a stone arch that makes up a whole entryway above the door, but it's fractured and crumbled, and around you, laying all across the floor, are stones of varying sizes. What do you do?
I like lean over to the group and I'm like, okay, so are we just like officially subscribing to this? Like, I didn't see like a waiver or anything. And we could just turn around, right? Like, could we just like leave?
The door closed behind us. I imagine we're sealed in.
Also, there are points. I did not know that there were going to be points. But now that I know that there's going to be points, I need everyone to know that I will die trying to get the most points. So sorry in advance.
They never really answered your question though about the dying part.
Yeah, I did notice that as
Yeah.
well.
Like, that's like really important. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe like we should just try to be like cautious and then safe, but see what happens. Like, my first instinct is to, just whip a rock at one of those crows, but that seems like maybe something that gets us in trouble. So does anybody else have any good ideas?
Crows are very intelligent. I imagine that she looks over at the druids. Either of you could do something about this situation.
Fine. I will speak with these crows and I'll cast speak with animals and we can have a lengthy discussion. I ask about their glossy feathers, where they get their claws done, and what their diet's like.
The crow on the left turns to you and is like, there's an entire spa in here. It is so good. They do our nails. They give us oil treatments. It's fantastic, really. Honestly, I would have signed up for this.
And I'm just like, caw, 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 caw. That's all they hear. But I'm like, oh, wow, that is amazing. I wonder what it would do for like my hair and like my staff. And we just kind of go off for at least 5 minutes on beauty tips if the crow is willing to have this conversation with me.
Absolutely. This crow is enthralled
Wonderful.
and loves beauty.
Oh, excellent. I'm like complimenting it on its beady eyes and its sharp, sharp beak and how attentively it's standing. And yeah. And then I turn back and I'm like, it's rude to listen in, guys. Like, what are y'all doing? I'm looking back at the group.
Did you ask maybe the crows what we are supposed to be doing? Like, maybe.
And it's been like a full 5 minutes. If you guys let it go for more than like a minute, it'll be like a full 5 minutes of me just going, caw, caw, and we're getting heated, and then we get like really like
I don't speak crow. I assume that you're getting information for us. I have no context otherwise.
After all that, I'm like, okay, so there's like the spa and it is so wonderful for your skin. And it really gets into like the really scratchy cracks of your like toes. If you have like that problem with like athlete's foot or something. But yeah, it's like that way if you guys want to like go.
Ainine is going to lean over to Ellery and be like, what do you think they're talking about?
I mean, it sounds like they're talking about our feet.
I have several questions and at least 3 concerns.
Yeah, like I'm gonna assume that their name is Birdie, and that's what I'm gonna call them. So like Birdie is really cool. I'm turning to the group. I'm like, okay, so this is like Birdie, and they have so many tips, especially for you, Arbery, since you hang out with so many like trees, and they hang out with like so many trees. And sometimes you just really have to get that like wood sap smell out of your hair. So they have so many like solutions. And I think they have like a scrub for all of you if you're really guys, we're gonna be so beautiful together. And then I turn back to Birdie. I'm like, caw, 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 caw. And then I look back and I'm just smiling, very proud of myself to the group.
Were you able to figure out what we're supposed to do?
Oh, right. I like totally forgot. And I'll turn back to Birdie and I'll be like, Birdie, what are these like doors and where do they like go?
Oh, this door. Yeah, you go through it to get to the next place.
Is there like something at like the next place or is the same at like this place?
Well, I don't know, because I've never left this place. That's kind of weird, right?
I'd like say so. But
Like,
at least
I
you get to
remember
go,
being
like, the spa.
outside.
Oh, you should go outside. It's good for you. You need more vitamins. Yeah, you should do that.
Weirdly,
Thank
I'm
you,
sustained
Birdie.
here.
Oh, I'm very like intrigued by that. Are you like in tune with the spirits too?
No.
Oh, interesting. I have a lot to like learn or whatever. And I'll turn back to the group and I'll say, well, that door goes to the next place if you go through it. That's what Birdie says anyway.
Very quickly, could you maybe clarify with your new friend? Is there like, if we step on the wrong rock, are we going to explode? Is like traps? Is there like a landmine
like
situation?
traps.
Yeah,
I get
like,
that. I get
like
that.
just a little, insider, crow flyover info.
Wonderful. Well, they said they've never like been over there before, so they don't know. But I could ask if there are like traps that they might have heard, like screaming or someone dying horribly wrong. That's a fair question. And I'll turn back to Birdie and be like, so Birdie, you may not have been on like the other side, but like, have you seen any traps or many adventurers like died a horrible death here?
Oh, so many have died here. Yeah,
Oh,
all the time, actually.
all the time. Like when they walk through that door?
No, not normally. No.
No. Okay. Like just right here? Does it just happen just like right here?
Yeah, right here.
Like what happens? Have you seen it happen?
I have seen many. Yeah.
How?
So there, do an insight check.
That's what I like thought. Got it. All right. Be nice to me. Oh my God. A nat 20. What?
A nat 20. Dang. All right. With a nat 20, you can tell
history. Yes. Okay. Cool.
you can tell that there is something that this bird is like trying to say to you, but for some reason just can't get the right words out.
Would I like know that like this is some sort of like arcana or like it's been like curse or something?
Yeah, this whole place is teeming with magic.
With, like, magic. Right. So I turn like back and I'm like, great news and bad news. Let's start with the great news. You guys look wonderful. You look great. And our bad news is Birdie has seen a lot of people die like right here. Not in like the next room, but especially like in this room. So maybe we should be looking for like traps, but I think they're having trouble like telling me what it is, what the problem is. And since it's teaming with magic, would it be hard for me to like discern what Birdie's deal is with Arcana, or is there something else?
It would be incredibly difficult to figure out exactly what is going on here.
I would like to use my Druidcraft to create a bloom that's a very sparkly, very pretty leaf bud bloom for the bird who Za has been talking to, because I appreciate the information that they have given us and I want something nice for them because death is a part of life.
Birdie caws at you very appreciatively and absolutely loves it.
So like back to like the death and murder part, like what are we gonna like do?
I
Is
don't
anybody
know
good
that.
for like looking at traps?
Yeah,
I don't know that it is a murder. There are only so many crows.
I'm like, ha ha, very funny, but you'll join them in the murder if we don't figure like this out.
Could we maybe ask them to be like friendly bird guides and like fly in like this safe, not dying way of getting through this room? Like if they cannot talk, maybe they could show with their flippy flap wings.
I could like ask. They said they've never left, and I figured it was like a reason, but and I'll turn to Birdie and I'll be like, hey, Birdie, could you like guide us safely to the next space?
Birdie seems to be choking on her words as she tries to answer you, and she says, you know what? I think I can do this. And she sort of swoops down and lands next to the pile of rocks and then flies back up.
Can I like mark where Birdie landed? And let me see if I have something that I can like put on the ground. I have a mess kit. I'm gonna put like some spoons where Birdie landed.
Okay.
Okay, so Birdie like flew there and said they can do this. They couldn't do anything like else. So I'm just assuming like whatever that is like dangerous.
Or it's like a key to the door.
Birdie, is this like a key to the door? Just shake your head. You don't have to like speak. Don't choke yourself.
Absolutely. Yes. It's like a key.
Oh, okay. Well, you might be like onto something. Birdie says it's like a key. Y'all want to poke it with like a stick or something?
Oh, I do have something for this. And she's gonna put her hands out. Send my mage hand out in front, so keep the other ones safe on my arms. And she sends a mage hand out to touch the rocks.
I like back up.
Do you do anything with the rocks?
No, she's just gonna like pet them.
Okay.
Like to see if there's like a trigger response to them.
The rocks bang against each other, but otherwise nothing happens.
Pick one up, bring it closer to her.
You have a rock.
It looks like a rock.
Is there something under the rocks? Maybe like, can I roll an investigation check?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, here I go. I'm gonna crush this, I'm sure. That is a 17.
With a 17, you notice that some of the rocks have a little bit of red spots, maybe a little dried, crusty bits on them, and a couple of feathers.
Feathers.
What color are the crusty bits?
Oh, they're sort of a ruddy brownish red. Yeah.
That's what I thought they'd be.
I'm like a little bit uncomfortable all of a sudden. I don't like do very well with like blood. Oh.
What happens if we just go like open the door? Like maybe we are overcomplicating. Maybe this is more of like a, like psychological, like they are trying to mess with us to like scare us.
How many birds are there?
There are 2 birds.
Oh, I know.
I
what it
swear to
is.
God.
I know. Okay. All right. I think I know, but I don't like it. So, my grandmother often, there was a saying where sometimes to get what, to do the thing you were trying to do. Sometimes you had to, what was it? Crush two birds with one big rock. Is that maybe what I don't want to do bird murder. I'm not okay.
My grandma always said you got to feed two birds with one scone.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any,
I do have a scone. So
animal cruelty.
That we could do that. We could also like a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Also that. So maybe we could trap 2 birds, which is equivalent to 4 birds. Then we would have 6 birds. That's enough for everyone. Everybody is a bird. I don't know.
What if we had one of the birds that we weren't fond of in the hand and then killed that one with a rock? Because then it would be 2 birds, because a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. So mathematically, if we had one in our hand and killed it with a rock, that would be 2 birds with 1 stone.
That is, all of this math seems 100% correct. I have nothing else to say.
I don't like follow or whatever, but me and Birdie are like really cool. And
like I feel like now there is emotional connection to the bird. I do not want to murder the bird.
You did not speak to the other bird, correct?
No, I really only like talk to Birdie.
Well, maybe the other bird is a dick. Like, could we talk to the other bird? Maybe that bird sucks. Maybe that bird is rude or something. I don't know.
Birdie, like, do you know the other like bird's name?
Who, Frank?
Oh, Frank. Right. Is Frank like cool or whatever?
Oh no. Frank, you know what? I'll be happy when his time is up.
Can Nene snag Frank in one hand? Like, do I have to roll like a sleight of hand or something for that?
Absolutely you do.
Okay, I have to roll. No, this is not one of, oh, well, okay, it's okay. It's not. I get any advantage or anything for my quick maths? 9.
With a 9, you go up to try and snatch Frank off of his perch, but he sees you coming and he's like, and jumps out of the way and flits around the room and comes all the way back to his perch.
I look over at the group. Who can snatch this bird?
Ellery's gonna send her mage hand up and around, like behind Frank, and like grab him, but like gently, like firmly but kindly.
Firmly but kindly. Okay.
What do you need?
Give me a dex.
Okay.
Because you're using something that's not you.
19.
19. You do. You have Frank.
I've got the bird.
Do you want me to be the one to do this?
I would love that. I'm not super into killing birds.
Ainina is going to take the bird, take the rock, have a moment of, I'm terribly sorry, and I hate that I am the one doing this, for the record.
Yeah, I'm not even going to make you roll like a strength or anything. It's a bird. You smash the bird. The bird
with
is
the
smashed.
rock.
With the
one
rock.
bird
with
in the hand.
In your hand, in fact. And that is worth 2 in a bush. So we're going to let that math stand. The door pops open.
She's going to kind of like dust her gloves off and just be like, Zod, would you like to take your new friend with us?
You know, like, it must be like really stressful to travel with like bird murderers. So I'm just gonna like let them hang out. It seemed like really satisfied here. They have like a spa set up and they get to talk to a little bit of interesting people all the time. So
as
please
you say
bye.
Please tell your bird friend that I apologize.
Okay.
As you guys are having that conversation, behind you on the pillar, you hear and Frank pops back up with a rustle of feathers and settles back onto his perch.
Oh, thank God.
But the door stays open.
That's okay. Oh.
I am not going to lie. That does make me feel significantly better.
I was going to burn a whole spell slot to bring the bird back to life, and now I don't have to. This is wonderful. This is great.
We didn't even like Frank. Frank was a jerk, apparently.
I'm also happy he's not a dead jerk.
All right, Birdie, I'll check you later, I guess. And I'm so happy we didn't have to smash you in the face with a rock. Bye.
Birdie turns around. Yeah, girl, bye.
Bye. And I'll be like, I guess we gotta go through the door.
As you travel through this now open door, you enter a hallway, and before you, a door grows up out of the ground and springs open. This door, you see it just before it opens, has a carving of magnificent cock on it. And as the door swings open, you enter a room that is almost barren, except for 5 baskets laid out in front of you. And at the far end of the room, there's what appears to be a huge pile of hay. And as you look a little closer at it, you see that there's something in it, and they just appear to be entirely normal chicken's eggs. What do you do?
Okay. Here's what I think we need to do. Circle up. Okay. We need to make a list of all of the weird shit our grandma said, right? Because we had an icebreaker, and then we had birds in the hand and bushes, and also killing birds with rocks, right? So like, what are other things that your grandma said about like maybe eggs or baskets or like that sort of thing?
I'm very concerned about how many of the things our grandmothers said involved chickens.
So I'm not gonna lie. My grandma said a lot of things. Sometimes she said things like, if you're looking for something special, then you're gonna miss all the special things that are already around you. But also she said things like, ghosts are great because they were once people. Also, she said birds aren't real. So that one I'm not sure how to take with, the last room that we were in.
Yeah, that's where it gets kind of weird.
Okay, so right now we have hay, we have a basket, and we have, you said, a bunch of eggs. Okay.
So sometimes when I'm collecting in the forest, the trees will tell me which eggs are good and which eggs are bad. And I will put them all into the sack that I'm carrying around so that I have only the good eggs. But that's what the trees say.
Okay.
Are there any trees around here that could be giving you assistance right about now?
I whisper and I'm like, trees are so good for that. Like, oh my gosh.
Are there any trees in the room we're currently in? Or things that can I do a perception check?
You can.
All right. 17.
You sort of get the sense that maybe deep down beneath the floor, the root systems are running, intertwining, entangling. But in this very room, no trees.
Okay. I'm going to drop to the floor immediately and put my ear to it and make real intense eye contact with the dirt and say I can't hear them.
Okay, I have an idea. Maybe. But okay. So my grandma, she's not very good grandma. I just want everybody to know this going in. Very bad at her job. But she used to say that in a scenario in which you have many options, you don't want to bank on just the one thing, putting all of your eggs in one basket. Maybe we should put the different eggs in different baskets. And then this is very important. You have to do a dance around the basket, but it has to be a cool dance or the spirit will be angry and your egg will turn rotten. That was very much part of it. Definitely growing up. Don't ask any questions about it.
I mean, honestly, that's pretty close. My grandma always used to say, if you want to fall in love, you got to make a disco.
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Yes. I think our grandmas, maybe if you say you had a bad grandma and I had a good one, maybe they were like opposite twins.
It's entirely possible. We look exactly alike. You could tell
Very
'cause of my
similar.
blue hair.
Well, my grandma, well, she wasn't she was really my spiritual grandma, but she would always say, just respect all circular things and treat them with care. So you tiptoe around them. So I guess you guys are
this.
yeah.
I'm
Like,
very
what-
concerned about the amount of very specific information and advice all of your grandmothers gave you.
My
Did your grandma
she-
not like do that? Mm-hmm.
She's a wise woman, my grandma. But I mean, should we do it? We could tiptoe up to the eggs, very sneaky. Then we could put them into the baskets. And then I don't know, see what happens from there.
Do a tiptoe disco dance.
Yeah, tiptoe disco dance. Like you
I'm
know,
like totally in.
Let's
Yeah, let's
go.
tiptoe disco.
Tiptoe disco. Yeah, Ellery's gonna start picking up. She's gonna be going one with a mage hand, one with each real hand, popping eggs in baskets.
Zod does it like really dramatic, like trying to move like a tree and like the wind at the same time, spinning around, tiptoeing.
All right. Who's
all
who's
that.
grabbing an egg?
I am.
I will grab an egg.
Make me a perception check.
Ah,
23.
ugh. That's a 13 from me.
11.
All right. Before we resolve that, who all is disco dancing around these eggs? Make a dex save.
Uh,
8.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20.
All right.
21.
All right. So you guys are grooving. You guys are getting it pretty good, cutting a proverbial rug, as they say. But unfortunately, Ellery hits sort of an uneven spot on the floor and trips a little. And as she does so, she drops one of the eggs.
Oh,
It splatters all over the floor.
Oh no, my egg!
How
Ellery?
unexpected.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ellery's gonna cradle the egg and sing, "Fights aren't easy, wounds can kill, but if I can help it, none of them will." And she's gonna cast Cure Wounds on this egg.
Unfortunately, complete and utter annihilation is not a wound. However, as Ellery is singing to this egg, she can feel that this isn't working, but suddenly the egg pops out of existence and back into the pile.
Oh. Oh, that makes me feel better.
All right, now everybody who made a perception check, Za and Proxima can see. There seems to be something on these eggshells. If you looked a little closer, you could tell. Ellery, you can see that some of them have names on them.
Oh. This egg is called Shenanigan.
Let me be clear. They have all of your names on them.
Oh, this one's
It's a family name.
Sorry, I misread. It says Arbery.
Am
So
I
I-
like holding the Za egg if I look closer?
You are holding a Za egg, yes.
Oh my gosh. No wonder it's so like glamorous. It has my name on it over here.
So after hearing my
Arbery,
name,
I think this
I'm
is
gonna
for you.
yeah, I'm gonna come running over to get the egg after being on the ground listening to the dirt.
Okay, you do.
Going to have a very, very small moment with the egg and just stare at it.
All right. There are quite a lot of eggs here. So what are you guys?
Yeah, I guess
Doing with
Ellery's
those
gonna look
eggs.
for the Ellery egg.
All right.
So when you say there are quite a lot of eggs, do you mean that like there is one for each of us, or there are more than one for each of us?
Oh, absolutely more than one for each.
Got it.
This is. Are they
like
watching us by chance? Do you know? Do any of you know if they're watching us?
Oh, if
I
we're
like
watching you,
don't.
we're
Oh,
right next to you this whole time. We're judging you.
Oh,
like what? You've been
Ugh.
here like the whole time. You said this was like a game. You're not even gonna like explain the rules.
I had
No.
to mash a bird like a potato, and you all just watched.
And judged.
Yeah.
But Frank the Dick is okay. All is well.
Proxima, you said that we weren't supposed to, in your grandma's words, we weren't supposed to put all of the eggs in the baskets. Was it all of our eggs in a single? Do we have to break them up between the baskets?
I mean, that is a good question because I feel like if there are multiple baskets and there are multiple ones of us, in my head, I think maybe we distribute our own eggs across multiple baskets. But then also, my brain says maybe it is a basket for eggs for us, and we should collect our own eggs. And then, that's all. That's as far as I've gotten. I don't know.
How many baskets were there?
5.
Can I walk up to the closest basket to me and start just spinning it around to see if it also has my name on it?
Yeah, absolutely. You do that. You turn it over every way that you can, and on the very bottom, it does say a name.
Shenanigan.
I'm going to hold up the basket and point to it and show the rest of the group that it has a
Roll
name
me a
on it.
d10.
Oh.
Ooh. Wasn't the one I had ready. I know. 8.
That actually has Anine's name on it.
So I'm going
It
to
becomes sort of clear the more you focus on it.
I'm going to run it over to her very excitedly.
I am going to take the egg carefully in both hands, sincerely confused by these shenanigans. So we
Okay.
my estimation is that we're going to just put each of the eggs with our name in it in each of the baskets, so none of our individual eggs are all in one basket.
You think that we should avoid the basket with our name on it? Like, don't put your eggs in that basket?
To be frank with you, you have gotten the entirety of how I figured out this probably works. I have not gotten any further than this.
Okay, cool.
I squashed the bird, and that was about, I think, the limit of where I'll be useful for some of these weirdly sadistic games.
Hey, but you know what? You murdered the shit out of that bird, and I respect that. You took that one for the team, and that says a lot about you. Good job. Good job. And then Proxima starts awkwardly and weirdly clapping.
Ainine looks like weirdly kind of touched.
Zaz
like
gonna
picking up all of their eggs.
Yeah, I think I'm going to collect all my eggs over here. And then once we have all our eggs, we can figure out what to put in what basket. And if chickens start to hatch, then I think there's something about counting them in there.
Yeah, but don't count them first. You gotta
Don't count. No.
Don't count them. You can't bank on those eggs hatching. That's just recipe for disaster.
Does anyone
That sounds like
have-
something a grandma would say.
Does anyone have a chicken or something we can use to incubate these eggs? Because I have yet to decide on whether or not we are to count them or hatch them first, or
We should
not
wrap them
put
in hay.
Will that incubate them?
It will keep them warm. Because sometimes in nature, there's not always a living thing to keep it warm, but there is always grass.
I like this. I like this idea. Okay, so we should sort our eggs and take the eggs with our names. That's like step 1. Then maybe put them in a basket and see what happens.
Zai's like busy picking up her eggs.
Is there anything to roll for like finding all of my eggs?
Yeah, are we like making like an omelet?
You know that they're eggs. You know that your name is on them, and I think if you just look through them, you can get all of your eggs.
Perfect.
I'm going to walk over to the hay and get some of the hay first to put on the ground and put my eggs on top of that hay.
Okay, you do so. Make an investigation check.
11.
An 11. All right. So you get some hay and you take it with you.
I'll be careful with that hay though. Where I come from, oftentimes it is full of needles.
Should like commune about that.
I was like, listen, I was at a very unfortunate childhood. It was our barns were very dangerous. Broken glass. It's awful. It was an awful place to grow up. It's fine. But I did have that cool candle, so that was something.
Are you
Yes.
all right?
No.
Yeah.
This is why the forest is better.
like
there-
totally.
There is so much less broken glass there.
So much less.
Okay. So have we decided, are we putting all the eggs with our name in the name basket? Or are we distributing?
I don't think we have. I don't think we've decided. I think we're all just
I think
like
we're just-
doing our
I
own
think-
thing with our eggs.
Yeah. I mean,
I
maybe
think
we could.
that's-
Yeah, we could just try different things and see what maybe works and what maybe, gets one of us killed. Who knows? It'll be fun.
Irina is going to put one of each of her eggs in each of the baskets.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
what I was
Same.
thinking
that's,
as well.
that's what I'm drawn to do.
Because everyone
Okay.
needs like a little bit of za in their life.
Huzzah.
Awesome.
Yes, like
Are you
pizza.
gonna look at the rest of the baskets? Anything?
There are more baskets.
There are 4 more baskets aside from yours.
Well, there like one for each of us.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
gonna say,
putting one egg in each of everybody's baskets, and
Okay.
that is the limit of what I think is a thing I should do.
Yeah, I went to look for which
Alright.
basket had my name on it.
Okay.
Sorry.
What is everybody else doing?
Eggs in each basket.
Yeah. Same
Okay.
thing.
All right.
And a small collection of them on my hay pile.
In a small collection on your hay pile.
Yes.
All right. Well.
Okay, since the door isn't opening, and our QuestMaster is just pausing, then I think that maybe we should try something else. So let's take all of our eggs back. Let's
You
find our
try to
own-
take all of your eggs out of the basket and you can't. You can't take, once they're all distributed evenly, you can't do so.
Okay. Let's each pick up our own basket, and maybe we need to take it with us into the next room.
How are we going to do that if the door will not open?
Well, maybe if we pick up our own baskets, it'll open.
I pick up
Someone's
my
grandma had to say
basket.
something like, pick up your own basket or a door won't open. That's got to be a thing someone's grandma said.
My grandma was like, don't put all your mushrooms in like the same bin or they'll start talking.
That's close.
Yeah.
Like,
Arby,
basically.
make a perception check for me.
All of us?
Arby.
Arbery.
21.
21. Nice. All right. As you're standing there, you get this sense, you get this feeling that something familiar is near you, and you look down, and there's just a little leaf, a little bitty leaf coming up through the ground.
I want to immediately drop to the ground next to the leaf and get very, very close to it.
Okay.
I'll say, hello. I've missed you. It's been so lonely. How is it going?
Oh, it's going great, friend. Just growing and growing.
Growing and growing. That's wonderful. We have so many eggs here, but they aren't growing either. So you're doing better than the eggs.
Oh yeah, I don't really know that those are real eggs. They don't feel real to me.
Fake eggs.
Yeah.
Whoa. So I'm going to very excitedly jump up and yell to the rest of the group that all of the eggs are fake. The leaf said so.
That sounds like a thing I should have noticed when I broke mine, but I was too busy feeling bad about it.
Arby, you see the leaf sort of swaying back and forth, and you can hear,
Okay, I jump back down to the ground and put my face down very close.
I know that the other things in this place can't really talk to you about things, but I'm not from this place, and I think that you should put your eggs in a basket.
We did put them in the basket. And
Yeah,
then we
but
got
you
stuck.
you have 3 laying on the floor.
Oh, I immediately go over and put my eggs into the basket.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you, Leaf.
Bye. And it just sort of pops back down into the ground.
Got visited by a Korok.
Questmaster, how do we feel at this point about this?
Hey, I think if all the eggs are not in the same basket, we should let them go.
I think we
Well,
should.
to the next place anyway.
Well, of course. Did you want to assign out some points before we let them out?
I certainly do.
Fantastic. Let's review their performance.
All right.
Is this
I
a
will
job
say maybe. Who's asking? You after my job? We'll talk.
I'm not sure you will.
I'm going to say everyone's reluctance, everyone's hesitance to brutally murder a tiny innocent bird, that's going to get everybody a point because that was rough. And I'm proud of you.
Okay.
And for everything else, for those 2 rounds, we have 3 points for Anine, 2 points for Za, 1 point for Arbry. No, 2 points for Arbry, and 2 points for Ellery. And Proxima got a whopping 6 points. Kudos, Proxima.
That's quite a lead that Proxima has taken over the rest of the contestants.
Proxima
Incredible.
looks ungodly pleased with herself.
She did say she was going to get him, and it seems like she was right.
She is right. She did get them. Well, on that incredible note, I think it's time to get you guys to your next task. And the door of the room that you're in will spring open. If you guys enter into the hallway, you'll see right in front of you another door grow up just from the ground. And on it, you see the carving in this wooden door of a punching bag and just a few little Z's on the top of it. The door kind of swings open, lazily, chill. And as you look around the room, there's almost nothing. It's mostly stone, but in the very middle is a sack that is just hanging off this rope, pathetically stuffed. And on the left side, there is a rack that seems like it should hold pool cues, but instead it just holds some gnarly sticks. What do you guys do?
So go over. There's the sticks that are in the pool cues.
Mm-hmm.
What else is there?
There's like a sack or like
in
a
the
snap.
in the very middle of the room is a burlap sack that is pathetically stuffed, just hanging off a rope. And the rest of the room, empty.
I've played Rule of Rose. I don't like this.
Oh, I like that game too.
Oh, I've never heard of that game. Our game is normally, you hit something that's hanging and candy falls out.
Right. Like this is how I play in the forest with my spirit friends. Everyone grab a stick and we're going to see what goodies come out. This is awesome. This is like a change of pace. And I'll go and I'll pick up a stick.
Okay, you do.
Again, I've played Rule of Rose. I'm very, very hesitant about this, but I will pick up a stick.
Okay. I'm just going to say I like this. I like the energy. Should we maybe knowing QuestionMaster here, I don't trust any of this. Should we maybe poke the bag and make sure there's not a guy in the bag before we you know what I'm saying? Maybe we should. Does anybody have magic look inside the bag powers?
That's probably reasonable.
I don't, but I could touch it. And I imagine
guys.
if there's a guy that he'd be like, no, don't, ow.
It's just like a bag. I've played this game a million times and I'm going to smack it.
Okay, roll me a d20.
Nice. We're gonna roll a d20 and see what comes out of the bag. Is it a head? A toe? Nobody knows. I got an 18.
All right. With an 18, as soon as the stick hits the bag, you feel this weightlessness, this dreaminess come over you. And before you even know what's happening, you sort of start to crumple to the ground slightly and pop out of existence.
Oh no, the bag was filled with drugs.
So Za is no longer in the room with you guys.
Oh boy.
Oh,
You know, maybe like, is there a visible door in this room?
Make an investigation check.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Maybe. That's a 2.
You don't even see the door you came through anymore.
Rock just run straight to a wall. Like, where am I?
Agnine's
Ella-
going to gently put back the stick.
Ellery's gonna try to like she's gonna send her mage hand over to the bag. To try and like is it tied with like a rope at the end of it?
Yeah, there's a rope tied to the top.
Everybody hold your breath for a moment. And she's gonna like try to open it.
Okay. You do.
Is there candy in it?
No, it appears to be stuffed with hay.
Arbery, here's more of this. Proxima, I didn't check it for needles.
You really gotta be, that's the wrong voice. You really have to be careful about that. I mean, I miss Za. Maybe we all hit it with a stick. Okay, here's what I think. We need, like, Za disappeared, so maybe Za is dead. Maybe Za went on to the next room. Maybe we all hit the bag with a stick, right? Same time. And then if we all blink out of existence, then what's the worst that happens? It's time for a bathroom break and we screw over the DM. Otherwise, like, maybe we all just show back up with Za, you know? Like, either way, everybody wins.
Okay.
I'm not like, I just want to be sure, like just be very clear. I may be talking everybody into dying. So just really make sure that you are comfortable with this choice, but that maybe
It seems like a terrible
you know,
idea.
it's, yeah. Well, I'm going to, and I just grab a stick and fucking wax it.
Roll a d20.
Okay. I know how to do that. Here we go. Oh my god, why does it take so long to roll? That's a nat 20, and I'm not making it up. I'll even screenshot it if you don't believe.
Nat 20. You are absolutely like the calmest person in the world in the instant that your stick touches that bag, and you just pop out of existence. And with a nat 20, you don't even fall asleep. You see these beautiful shimmering lights going past you, and then you're automatically in a dark place. But you're fine. You feel fine.
All right, cool. I don't know how I feel about this choice. Proxima's looking around. She's like, Grandma?
Are you two about to do the same thing?
I thought it might be a good idea.
What has led you to that conclusion? I have no evidence that it is a good idea.
You know, my grandma always said if you're in a bad situation, as long as you're in a bad situation with all of your friends, then you're never really alone. You know, she also said live together, die alone. So she really she really had a lot of together quotes.
I see that. She looks over at Arbery.
Who's just clutching one of the sticks, very unsure of anything.
Is that stick telling you something?
Roll for perception on my stick.
Yeah.
19.
19. All right. The stick, you can sort of hear it slightly just, and in those whispers, in those light whispers, it says, just hit it.
I think hitting it is good. The stick has said so, and I trust the stick.
Oh,
How sure are we that she is actually a druid?
I'm gonna go over and hit the bag.
All right. Roll me a d20.
16.
A 16. All right. As soon as the stick makes contact with the bag, you feel just this warmth washing over you as you drift off into a deep, deep, dreamless sleep, and you out of existence.
I mean, did your grandma ever say anything about, punching or sleeping or
She said
or
many things about both. Please be more clear.
you know, something that was like, oh, don't punch a pillow if you want to fall asleep, or my grandma didn't talk about punching much. She was very pacifist, so
My grandmother exclusively said things like, Ainine, do not punch other children. It is a bad example. So
oh, okay.
I imagine, though, that if they are going to get out of whatever situation they have found themselves in, it is going to be because the two of us are there.
Okay. And Ellery punches the bag.
Roll me a d20.
19.
Yeah, you do. And same thing happens. You just feel this amazing weightlessness, this beautiful sensation of falling, not a scary sensation though, not at all. And you drift off to sleep. And as you do so, you out of existence.
Ainine is going to look around the room real quick to make sure there is not a door. Just
Okay.
real quick.
Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation can
Yeah.
do. What does a 12 get me?
A 12 will get you across the room. You kind of see this tiny little hole in the stone walls. And if you go up to it, you can maybe see something.
How much like there's going to be an arrow that shoots through this hole the second I look through it does this hole look?
It just looks like a small crack in the wall.
I'm going to roll investigation one more time.
Okay,
that is a 6.
That's a 6. It's a small hole in the wall.
Wonderful. I'm going to look up at the bag, look over at the hole in the wall, sigh, and just kind of smack the bag so that I go wherever they are.
Roll me a d20.
Can do indeed. That is a 14.
14. All right. Yeah, the stick makes contact with the bag and you feel it. You feel
I just
this
slap
peace. You feel peace and burlap.
Yes.
You fall asleep and you crumple
slogan.
and pop out of existence.
Fantastic. Well, the mists are swirling up. You guys are gone, popped out of existence. QuestMaster, do we award them any points for that one?
Oh, I think they all get at least 1 point. They all smacked a sack with a stick.
They did
or a
all
hand.
smack it with something or other.
Yes. The classic smack-a-sack.
My grandmother warned me against doing that.
If you don't smack a sack, you'll...
We used to play slap the bag in college. It's where you'd buy the box of wine and then you'd take it out and you would just drink the whole bag.
Amazing.
I
Yes,
was
college.
legit thinking that it was just a game where you buy like a bag of rice and you just slap the bag of rice. And I was like, that sounds like the kind of dumb thing I would do in college. But no, it's significantly more college-y than that.
Well, college
God.
plans aside, we are going to let you all take just a short rest now because you've all hit the sack. So we'll go ahead.
Indeed.
Boo!
I hate how long that took me.
I like to call it like curse the purse, but whatever you want to say.
I'll write that
Yeah.
down for next time.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, no.
But yeah, with that, we will actually be going to break. And Jenna, did you want to talk about the Trevor project a little bit while we let everybody else go get drinks and stuff?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. You guys go ahead, have fun. So yeah, the Trevor Project. Let's talk about that for a second. It is a nonprofit charitable organization that helps LGBTQIA plus youth. What do you want to know, Alex?
I want to know, where can I donate under the QuestMaster name to support us here today?
Oh man, that I can absolutely help you with. If you go
Hell
to
yeah.
tiny.cc/badass women of D&D, you can do that. And any amount helps.
Yeah, for real. For real. All right. Well, now we've given the people what they need. So let's go ahead and we'll put up a title card and we'll go get water.
Heck
too.
yeah. Also
And-
gonna get water.
that will have all the information that you just got, but written out so you can actually write it down without typos. Okay. So you guys have been magically transported to a new room. And it appears to be a library, which is wild. And as you're in this room filled with massive bookshelves, like floor to ceiling, all up and down, there's kind of a few chairs thrown about, like, it looks like a Borders back when we used to have those. And you're in here with the Taskmaster and me, little Alex. You guys want to go pick a book?
Oh,
Am I like awake now? Because that nap like really
You
hit.
are awake and you are well rested.
What kind of books do you like have?
All of them.
Oh my gosh. If you have like all the books, can I get like this one book that's about this girl who like saves the world from these horrifying mushrooms that come to life and they want just to eat brains?
Yeah, what's
It's
the
like
title?
that's the title. It's about this girl who saves the world from these horrifying mushrooms that only want to eat brains. It's like a druid story, and druids, they are very, very, explicit. They like to explain everything. Very
Mhm.
verbose. Do you have
Yeah.
that book?
Yeah, we do. And I'll just kind of point you in the direction because we got Dewey Decimal System. Come on, like,
Druids name their books
Nice.
like Panic at the Disco names their songs.
my grandma always says that Dewey Decimal was a bad person and people should organize their books in different ways.
we'll take that into consideration in our next redo of this library.
Thanks.
No problem.
I start looking for the book.
I want to go up to one of the stacks and just touch the spines of some of the books.
Okay, you do.
I look for a book on puns and colloquialisms.
Nice.
All right.
Do I have to roll, or do I find it?
No, little Alex actually directs you immediately to that section.
Perfect. I'm just gonna grab whichever one looks the most comprehensive.
Okay.
I pick up the book and I'm like, oh, this isn't how I like remember it. It's really violent.
Okay, so you guys have your books.
Mm-hmm.
What about the rest of you?
I know which book I want.
Okay.
I want The Hidden Life of Trees, what they feel, how they communicate, discoveries from a secret world.
All right,
Fantastic.
little Alex, you know where that is?
I do, yeah. And I'll direct you right over.
God damn it. Proxima is gonna think about it for a second, and she's gonna kind of nod to herself. She's going to say, I would like to know where the books on how to find the exits are.
Oh, we have lots of books on exits.
Yeah,
Okay.
tons.
Do you have like no exit? Like I was thinking maybe like, like kind of like a poetic irony sort of situation, like, theater major joke. But do you just have like, the idiot's guide to finding the door that leads to the exit of this library? Do you have that book in stock?
Weirdly enough, it's a pamphlet and it's laying right over there on that shelf, but I can tell you exactly what that says.
Oh, what does it say?
The door's right over there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
My grandma used to always say, like, take a look, it's in a book.
Also, like, like is there maybe like a butterfly somewhere in there?
And there's like rainbows in there too. Yeah.
Stupid butterflies. I can fly twice as high. Okay. Okay, so then I guess I will look for a cool book on swords. That's what I would like.
Okay.
I am gonna just pick this one because my grandma always said that you shouldn't decide on the book you're gonna read because of the cover of it.
Oh,
just
Okay.
random.
Oh,
don't
yeah.
like judge a book by like its outside decorative like decisions.
Yeah, that honestly sounds a lot better.
Yeah, that sounds right. Not every book can choose its cover.
That's true.
Okay, so everyone
I
has
feel
their
like
book.
that,
Ellery,
like, surprised that I say that.
Ellery, what is your book?
Adolescent tortoises and their
Okay.
fighting adventures.
Like that.
Interesting. Interesting. Have you ever read this book before?
No.
Is there,
Oh,
like-
you are gonna love this. Wait a second.
Is their teacher named like Master Cheddar or something?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. How old are they?
Oh, it says here, somewhere between 13 and 17. I would say 8. I think that technically you're not a teenager. I don't know why that's in character voice. I think technically you're not a teenager after 17. You're an adult. So like 13 to 17, somewhere in that area.
A very specific book about tortoises.
Awesome. Has anybody, okay, I know that Zaz read her book. Has anybody else read their book already?
Yeah, I've definitely been like,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Proxima picked the shortest one with the most pictures.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Like reading our stories?
Well, just tell me about it. In your own words. What is this story?
Well, like this little girl, her name is Menstrella, and Menstrella really likes soup, but she's only had soup like once in her life. So her grandma sends her out to go and gather some soup. And it's weird because her grandma was being like really strange, but she's never like sent her off anywhere. So she was like, this must be important. So she went to go and grab these things for the soup. But when she came back, her village had been destroyed by these weird mutant mushroom things. And they were hungry for like brains.
No.
Yes. And she didn't see her grandma at home, but her home had been destroyed. So she thought that they had like taken her back to like their nest. So she gears up and takes everything from her home, including the soup ingredients, and she finds this wolf on the way back, and they team up to save her grandma. But when they get there, it turns out the mushrooms were making like a deal with the king in that area. So it was really like this double agent cross up setup. And they had her grandma. So she goes on like this 5-year montage journey, and she trains with this wolf, and they grow up together, and they come back, and she ends up rescuing her entire village. Save some of them that had like all those smart people. They didn't last long because their brains were just too juicy. But yeah. And she's a hero. It's a great book. You should like totally read it.
Oh, I don't have time to read. Who's next?
Well, this is the turtles the tortoises, and they're all named after famous artists, and they have masks on, and they love pizza, and they live in the underground, and they fight crime.
Yeah?
Yes,
That sounds like a really cool story.
it was.
Who's
I
next?
loved it.
I'll go, I guess. For some reason, I found this really cool book about the symbolism and significance of swords on the someone called the Shakespearean stage. And it's a really interesting book. It turns out that to really understand the significance of weapons in these plays, you need to sort of like contextualize them within the society. It's very interesting. Lots of pictures, though. Yeah, you're welcome, Steph.
I do love pictures. So, okay, who's next?
So my book has been talking to me, and it's about the trees, which also talk to me. And it said that people who have read this book think it's one of the best books ever about talking to the trees and having the trees talk to you, and that they're social and they just never stop talking. But it's great because they have so much to say and they have so many ideas and so many different things. And it's just amazing. And the big takeaway and the important thing, because this is the hidden thing that you need to know, is that life's a birch.
That is a true statement. Indeed. One left.
It's not so much a story so much as it is a reference book for several puns and colloquialisms that are used throughout the kingdoms. It has no
okay.
narrative structure.
All right. That works for me. Okay, cool. Awesome. Great. Little Alex, you want some points on that?
I would love some points on that, please.
Okay. So I do have to say, coming in close to the end, tying for the last place on this one, we've got Ainine and Za. Ainine, I mean, you didn't give me much to go on there. And Za, you gave me too much to go on there. I feel like I really actually could have read that book.
Well, like you didn't really give like a lot of instructions, so you
That's
just
true.
gotta take what you get.
That's
What
true.
do you
and
mean I'm
fair.
in last place?
Only for this one.
Excellent. So it's what, 1 point each?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And then next up, we have Proxima. Okay, that was detailed. It was detailed. It was brief. I enjoyed the brevity. It was probably my favorite part, honestly.
Apparently the guy who was in this also said that she checks the book. Brevity is the soul of wit. So I was just taking a lesson from the book. I'm sorry
Very
for that
good.
joke.
Very good.
Steph is just basking right now, just like, yes.
Next up, we have Ellery. Ellery, I love me some turtles. Well, except one specific turtle. Anyway, and coming in first place is Arbery. That was short, sweet, to the point, and had a great message.
Excellent.
Thank you, trees.
So when you say I'm in last place,
Well, you're tied for last. Well, that's not true at all. You're actually second to last place. Za's in last place with 6 points. And then you are tied, I guess, with 8 points with Ellery. And then we have Arbery with 10 points and Proxima with 11 points. So a shakeup, but only at the bottom of the scale.
this is unacceptable. How are these points
8
weighed?
points is better than 0 points.
0 points would be even more unacceptable. I don't trust how this is weighed.
Yeah. Well, to make a long story short, let's go ahead and move on to our next task. So we're going to get you guys out of this library through the door that if you had picked up the pamphlet, you would have seen clearly marked, because this is a game, guys. Come on. And as you walk through that door, you're going to walk out into a hallway. And in front of you, there is a door, a very intense looking stone door with some bars where you can just kind of see through it. And it looks like inside is probably a prison. And that's confirmed as the door kind of cranks open and you're allowed to walk in. As you go in there, you can see there are 2 cells on each wall, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, otherwise pretty barren. And if you were to go in and look into these cells, you would see that there are prisoners being held up on large hooks, just kind of tied up to the ceiling, hanging there. Next to each of their cells, there's a clipboard. What do you guys want to do?
Are they tied, or is this like a Texas chainsaw situation?
They are tied up comedically onto a large hook.
Okay. Thank you. I had concerns. It's got real dark real fast.
Can I roll an investigation check to see like if the like what the cells say versus like if there's like who goes where basically?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
you want to check out their clipboard? What you're trying to do?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 14.
Cool. Who do you want to check out?
Just like the first cell, like to my immediate right, I guess.
Fantastic. Okay. I will even, if QuestMaster will let me, describe the prisoner for you with a 14.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Fantastic. As you look into the cell, you see a very tall man with dark hair tied to this hook. He looks like what the kids might call goth. He's wearing a yellow jumpsuit, which appears to have some sort of black markings on it. And when you read his sheet, it says he was imprisoned for trying to impersonate a banana.
Well,
That doesn't
that doesn't sound very appealing. I'm sorry, I'll leave.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. All right. Tip your waitress. This says that this guy was imprisoned for impersonating a banana. Does anybody's grandmas have any advice about this?
Yeah, it's actually knock knock.
Who's
No,
there?
You say thanks, Arbery. A banana.
A banana who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock knock.
Who's
Proxima
there?
takes out her sword. What is
Orange.
this?
Orange who?
Orange, you glad I didn't say banana? That's what my grandma always says about bananas.
Okay, like y'all's banana stories are like a little weird. I'll look and see like the other prisoners.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, I'm gonna mosey on over to somebody that is away from the banana joke.
Okay. Are you checking the other clipboards?
I like to.
Okay. Roll me investigation.
Okay. Investigating. We got an 18. We're
I got a
investigating.
6.
Aw.
Excellent.
Little Alex, you want to tell Za? Anine, I think you should check again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will tell Za, though, while this is going on. So, prisoner number 2 is a short woman with dark brown hair who appears to be angrily yelling with an Irish accent. She seems very angry to be here on this large hook. She was imprisoned for throwing Jell-O into a bucket outside of regulation games.
That was heinous.
That's like the strangest thing I've ever read. And I'll tell everybody what you just said.
I rolled a 12.
Okay. I mean, you might miss some of the words.
Okay. Would you like me to describe that missing some of the words, QuestMaster?
No, you can go ahead.
All right.
I'll let you this time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Prisoner number 3 is this older woman whose entire body sags against the ropes that tie her up to the large hook, comedically. Every fiber of her being screams, "I do not want to be here." And when you read her
Rude.
clipboard, it says she was imprisoned for not participating in anything.
Am I being personally called out here? This person was apparently not a participant in anything, which is
You killed a bird. I don't think you get to say you haven't participated.
It's like
we would
really
still
true.
we would still be there if I wasn't the one that killed the bird.
Well, mine has like this weird fascination with Jell-O.
We've got
So-
banana, Jell-O, and someone who doesn't participate.
Mhm.
What's this last one say?
Roll me an investigation.
It's So very
7.
specific crimes.
Oh, can someone else read this for me?
Can
Don't look at me. I can't read.
Aubrey, can you tell me what this says?
I got an 18. An 18. All right.
Fantastic. When you walk up to the last prisoner, you see a sprightly young boy with a wild demeanor thrashing against his bindings. He has pink glasses on his head, but they don't contain lenses. They seem to be quite useless. But when you read his clipboard, it says he was imprisoned for calling the QuestMaster names.
Oh,
And he'll stay there too.
I want to gather everyone to me really quickly. Say, come here.
like, yeah.
And I want to whisper it very quietly to them because I don't want to upset the questmaster. I want to tell everybody what they did, but quietly.
Okay.
Is there a connection that we can find? They all seem very different.
One was like a banana, you said?
We've got a banana.
What did they
And
like?
a banana imposter.
A banana imposter? I guess I didn't hear that right, like the first time.
He was impersonating a banana.
The two of you who got 18s, your paper felt a little thicker. Like maybe there was something behind the first sheet of paper on the clipboard.
Oh, well, if Za like knew there was more to read, the spirits would have like flipped the page and read it for her. Because Za doesn't read, the spirits read it for her. She can't read, like literally.
Okay. Well, Za, on yours, it just says it's a very, very small little scrap of paper. It looks like it was maybe torn from like a book or something. And it just says, help me.
I'll like look once I hear this from like the spirits whispering it, and I'll make eye contact with this lady like screaming. And then I'll be like, okay. And I'll take that and let them know in the group.
And the other small scrap of paper, it just says, take me. Not sexually, like just take me. Just take me.
Does it say that on the piece of paper? Take me, not sexually.
Not sexually.
Yep. Ellipses. No, really.
No, really. I'm
No,
like,
really.
did you guys get like nuts like this in yours?
No. Well, I guess
Did you like look?
Aubrey found the one for ours. So I guess yes.
Aubrey, did you find like a note like this in your clipboard?
Yes, but I'm very conflicted over what it's saying.
Okay, like
There's
there should be like 2 more, right?
Yeah.
I will look at mine, I guess, and see if there's like a second page. Do you want me to roll again?
Go take
sure,
a look,
yeah.
but like discreetly.
Okay, I will go back and look again. Hold on. Proxima awkwardly whistles. I got a 17.
A 17. All right. There is a tiny scrap, a little torn scrap of paper that does have something scrawled on it. And it says, don't trust.
Well, clearly I've also got to look and see if I've got
Okay,
another.
you got-
I got a 14.
So before, can I run up to her and cast guidance? So I'm going to touch her.
Okay. Absolutely.
You roll a d4 and add the number rolled to your ability check.
That's a 4, baby. 18.
Nice. With an 18. Yeah. You flip the page and a small, just a super tiny little sliver of paper falls out and it says, unhook.
So if we say them all together,
Yeah, what do we have?
help
Unhook.
me, take me, don't trust, unhook.
Take
Sounds
me
like a
unhooked.
303 song.
Don't trust. Help me.
Help.
Can I roll a perception check to see if any of them are wearing a black dress with the tights underneath? You're welcome. I mean, okay, well, maybe like there are good guys. Maybe like some of these prisoners are like falsely accused. And so like we have like one is like, hey, help me, like we should take them down and they don't like deserve this. It's like a petty crime. But then the one that's like, don't trust, like you should just leave that guy because he's a sneaky banana man, you know? I don't know.
Okay.
My grandmother did actually say,
wondering.
do not date sneaky banana men.
So that's actually something my
My-
grandma said too.
My
Same.
grandma literally said like the same thing, just like that.
It's universal advice.
So the
Universal.
The
Mhm.
grandmother trees always said that the bad men come from the Republic of Banana. So I think they were saying the same thing.
Right. I'm glad we all agree on this.
Ellery's
big-
gonna try the
Okay.
door, like the cell
Okay.
door.
All right. Roll me a strength check.
Same renegade. I'm actually allergic to bananas. And
Same!
my grandma
Oh my god!
also in a terrible way.
It's such an odd thing to bond over.
We've bonded. Yay.
We're just gonna go to Dragon Con and avoid bananas together. It'll be great.
Together. Yes, it'll be
Ellery
wonderful.
with a 16. The door swings open freely.
Oh. So this is the help me door.
Okay.
Which is the
That's like- I'll follow you because that was like my note. So I can
Okay.
be of like assistance or whatever.
hello, sir. Ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Hello.
It says on your chart that we should help you.
Oh, you absolutely should help me. Yes.
Okay, like what are you like suffering from? So we can get to the problem.
Well, I am hanging from a hook.
Oh, comedically though.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was funny for the first 2 hours, maybe.
Oh.
And I saw like on your chart that you were like throwing jello outside of regulated like games. Is that correct?
Debatable. I would say questionable, even if I did that at all.
Who put you here?
Oh, they did.
Oh, they did. And you don't think you like
Does she look at
deserved
the
it?
QuestMaster?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, like what about the other guys and gals in like the cells?
Well, they all transgressed too.
But I felt like you didn't like transgress. I thought
Oh,
you were
yeah.
like-
Well, I might not have.
You might not.
I might have also done, but I might not have. Is the thing.
What might you have like also have done?
Mostly just the. It was just really the Jello. Yeah, I did. I did do the
What?
Jello thing.
Why'd you like do the jello thing?
Well, I was upset.
Why were you like upset? I'm
Ha-
getting
have
those
you
vibes
been-
from you.
You've gotten this far. You've gotten this far. I'm assuming you've been playing the game too. That's
Yeah,
why I
well,
got upset.
I didn't like it wasn't like really clear to me. So I'm debating on whether I should be or should not. So it's still pretty inconclusive, but it seems to have come much earlier for you. So just the game itself upset you.
Yeah. Mostly
Okay, that's
the mercurial, yep, nature of those two over there.
So like who'd you throw like jello at?
I didn't. It was in a bucket. It was just in a bucket. You'd think that was fine,
How'd
but
you even
apparently it's against the rules.
Yeah, how'd you even like get jello? Where'd you get the jello from?
It was part of the quest.
Oh yeah, you know, my grandma always used to say, "You got to keep your jello in the peanut butter, or else you'll get ants."
That's a great way to like get ants.
Was your grandmother in the midst of a stroke when she said this?
My grandma said a lot of really oddly specific things that apply to scenarios in my life. She was quite prescient.
I don't really know how to like help you because it seems like you just made like a mistake. Just throw some jello.
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
I don't
We
know.
took her down.
There's a thought.
But if we like take her down, do you think they'll like put us in trouble too? What if they don't like that?
We can just say we're following the rules because it says to help her.
But Ellery, the other one says to unhook them. It's like kind of specific.
That's true. Let's go get the other one.
Yeah, let's like see. We'll be back. Don't go
All right.
anywhere.
Yeah, I'm fine here definitely for a while longer.
Okay. Don't throw jello or anything. And we'll go to does anybody else want to go and check one out?
I'm gonna go to the one that I got. And without any ceremony or anything, I'm just going to try and like unhook them from their hook and like lay them down gently on the floor.
Okay, make a strength check.
Can do. 17.
17. All right. You sort of struggle a little. I mean, they are kind of heavy, but yeah, you lift him off the hook and set him down. And he says, "Oh, my bones, my bones. Thank you. Thank you for my bones."
I gave you bones.
No, thank you on behalf of my bones.
I'm not untying you until I figure out what else is happening here.
I totally respect that. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I think Proximos will try and get Banana Man down as well.
Okay. Strength check.
All right. That's not right. Hold on. Sorry. Do. I know how to play D&D, guys. Shut up. I know how to play D&D.
I'm glad one of us does.
Oh, that's a 7.
With a 7, you sort of lift Banana Man just a slight bit, and he's a slippery little banana man, and he just kind of falls back down onto the hook, and he goes, "Oh my god!" Oh!
I'm sorry, Banana Man. Maybe I will try again after someone else tries.
Okay.
How high up are they suspended on the hook?
The hook is definitely above your arm's reach, but you can reach their waist.
Okay. So I want to use Thorn Whip to wrap around them and pull them down.
Okay.
They're wrapped in rope.
So a thorny rope.
Thorny rope. Well, aren't they already bound in rope? I'm trying not to hurt them, but I am not strong.
Okay. So you're gonna try and pull them from off this hook
To take
by
them.
wrapping.
Yes, it said take me, so I'm trying to take them.
All right. Cool. I don't even know what you would roll for this.
It's
Give
not
me-
a sexual role.
It's not a sexual roll.
All right,
Exactly.
not rolling to
Normally you have a
seduce.
conversation
Give
before you
me-
take them with whips.
Give me a dex check.
Consent is key, guys.
It is.
100%.
12.
A 12. Your rope wraps around their waist and you tug and they're like, no, I have shoulders. I still have shoulders.
Maybe we should you could like climb on my back and then we could do then you could be up and like lift them down. Maybe we could do that.
Yeah.
Would that work maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like I'm running over to you.
You guys like need help because it sounds like y'all are like struggling.
Maybe you could be like stability. Maybe you could be like,
Oh
help,
yeah.
That's
so
like
you're
not wobbling.
Oh yeah.
Strong
That's like
like
all I'm
trees.
about. It's keeping
Strong like
everyone
trees.
stable. Yeah.
Strong
Okay.
like trees. Okay.
I'll aid.
All right. I'm going to need you all to make me strength checks with advantage because you're helping.
It was a
Four-
17.
14.
Okay.
17.
All right. So I will say, Arbor, you sort of struggle a tiny bit, but with everybody around you, everybody helping out, you managed to lift this person up off of the hook and get them down.
Okay, like now I feel like kind of bad because like we should have unhooked everyone because they just unhooked like everyone and I left my person kind of just hanging.
Yeah, Ellery's gonna go back to the help me one.
I'll
she's
help
gonna
with
try and-
Ellery as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Proxima,
Nat
can we go
20.
get mine?
Let's just all, maybe we all work together, like human pyramid, keep it safe. They've been hanging for a while. We can all work together.
Yeah,
Ellery.
like, totally.
What did I just hear from you?
A nat 20.
A nat 20. All right. You just straight up
With
strong arm,
that,
one
yeah.
arm just right up off that hook and set him down ever so carefully, ever so gently, to where they actually feel a little bit better, honestly.
I feel like now that we've done 3 out of the 4, we should probably wait for the door to open before we do the one that says don't trust. She looks at the door.
Za will like go try the door.
Okay.
Did that like work? It's giving like some real like escape room vibes.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So you just walk up and look at the door. Doesn't seem like anything's happening.
We haven't like figured it out yet, guys. Let's try again.
I really think we need to let all these prisoners off of their hooks. That's what I think. I'm not trying to be the boss, but I think maybe like it just seems nice to do, like at the end of
These
the day.
guys are really mad at the QuestMaster.
Yeah, but then like also if the QuestMaster comes in here and gives us a bunch of like low points for like whatever, then maybe we untie the prisoners and now we have 4 friends who can help us punch the QuestMaster right in his nose.
That's what I was
You know
like
what I'm saying?
thinking.
I think that
Yeah.
is unwise, given that all of these people have done some kind of thing that has irritated the QuestMaster. I imagine that us joining forces with them will just lead to whatever next poor group of saps comes through. We will be bound up in rope.
Okay, but
You're like so logical sometimes.
speaking honestly,
I've been told it's my worst
everybody
trait.
who hasn't impersonated a banana? Raise your hand.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a very common thing. It seems really rude to put somebody in jail for impersonating a banana. That's we've all been there, man.
It's true.
Sometimes you just gotta impersonate a banana.
Yes. Let's do it.
And I want to take mine. It said take me. I want to take mine.
Mine said like help me. So like I'm just
Mine
like
just
so stuck on like the wording of it all,
Yeah. How about I think I would like to help you get your guy down. Like, you know what I mean? It just seems like the right thing to do.
But I am totally down for like a little mutiny. Only if everybody else is in though. I know they're like right there and this is really awkward, but
We're just having this discussion in front of the QuestMaster.
Okay. So are we taking the last guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you are, I am, yeah.
Is everybody helping to pick the last guy up?
sure.
I'm
Sure.
holding on to the one that was mine.
Are you just like dragging him along like a little red fire wagon?
Yes. He's still tied up, but I have him.
You just hear, there's rocks down here.
All right, let's
So since there are 4 of you, I am not even going to make you roll. That is a lot of people trying to lift one person. And if cheerleading has taught me nothing, you can do it. Please don't drop them on their face though, because that's another thing that cheerleading taught me.
Same.
You do it. You take them
Solidarity.
off of their hook.
Ellery looks at the door.
The door opens because
Yay.
you guys have let them off the hook.
Aha!
They did it. Good job.
Let them off the hook. Oh, wow. So do we literally just like leave him here though? Like,
Oh yeah,
on the
you can leave them
ground.
on the floor. We'll take care of them, no problem.
Are you just gonna
Yeah.
like put them back
don't-
on the hook?
I don't
Because
wanna.
It's not nice.
Oh no, they'll go to the spa first.
Yeah, they get a break.
Are they like employees? Do you like? Do
Do
they
they
work
like
here?
do this?
No, they broke the rules.
Oh,
Can we go to the Jello game?
yeah. Let's do like Jello. I'd like to throw some Jello.
Well, unfortunately, this throwing it outside of the regulation game did break it for a while, so that is under maintenance. But I do have one more quest for you.
Let's do it.
Okay. Should
I'm
we like? I
starting to
feel
like
like
these.
Okay.
you know, like let's just maybe we stop. We put our hands in. You know, like we all circle up. We say something cool. You know,
Quack.
like a quack,
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 quack, quack,
quack,
quack,
quack, quack,
quack,
quack, quack.
Whack. I'm
That
like
was
a little
incredible.
confused,
I
but
feel very inspired. Let's do the last game.
Let's do it.
Let's fly.
What have I become?
Fantastic.
like really duck themed. Bird, all of those things. Lots of wings,
Very-
feathers.
So as you
Very
guys walk through this last door, quack, quack, quacking down the hallway, you come to this final door that musically lilts open. Like it almost seems to be in tune as it creaks out this beautiful musical scale. And as you step into this room, you're suddenly on a stage and the lights are all on you. The hot, bright beams coming down from overhead, the softer stage lights below. Ellery, this is probably extremely familiar to you, but you can't see past the edge of the stage. There could be an audience, there could not be, but you get the sense that maybe it's just kind of a vast darkness. And then your only clue flashing from far like the light of a star. It reads, Finn.
It
What do you
says
do?
like what?
Finn, like end.
Right. Do you guys like see that?
Yeah. From this experience, I learned that friendship is magic and always open mysterious envelopes.
I learned that, you know, it's polite to not write the recipient on invitation letters. Yeah.
I
Leads
was
to magical encounters.
I was just remembering when I was a girl, my grandma, she took me to see a show in a place kind of like this. There was like singing and dancing, and it was like very nice. But at the end of the thing, all of the peoples, they came back out, and there was like the clappings, and then they did the bowings. Maybe because it is the end, maybe we should like take a bow, and then that is like, because we have done it, we have done the thing, we have done a good job, and people will be doing the clappings for us. Is that maybe a thing that we could do?
I'll take a bow.
Yeah, maybe we could
It's
all hold
fairly
hands.
simple to try.
Yeah,
I
like,
love a performance.
like maybe we all do a cool extravagant bow. Like, is that okay with everybody? Okay, on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, bow.
I like really bowed in real life. I know everybody like heard it. Right?
And as you do so, little Alex.
As they take their bow.
Yeah,
Well, I think we have some points to assign, don't we?
we do.
Maybe we should do that.
Let's do it.
Fantastic. So what did you think of the prison off the hook?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was, you know, I wanted to take points away mostly because
You can. You're the quest
their
master.
sentences
You're
are
all
not done.
powerful.
I know. It's that banana guy. He just really rubs me the wrong way.
I get that.
But they did technically do the task.
That's true. They did complete it.
Yeah. So they all got a point there.
Okay.
Maybe 2 points. Honestly. I'm feeling kind. What is this? What is this kindness?
2 points for everybody.
Yeah.
This is unprecedented.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I think you're getting soft.
Okay.
Okay.
Now.
Sorry. All right. Well, let me do some quick math. It's pretty hard.
All right,
'cause it's
all right.
2 points. It's kind of a lot for me to do, especially just in my head. All right. So, in last place, Za. You did come and do some tasks. Congratulations. Tied. Next up, Ellery and Anina. You have 10. Then Arbery, 12. And then our winner, Proxima, with 13 points.
Hey.
You have won. And I, little Alex, will come over to you and hand you a recorder dart gun, a sling with gold leaf and lace, a candle that's always lit. It's very, very hot. Be careful. A grandmother willow staff, and then a small urn with actual grandma in it.
All of you can have your stuff back except for you.
That's not how this works.
No,
You
I'm
won.
just kidding. I'm just
You've
kidding.
won. You need it all. You
Oh,
can't. We don't do side deals here.
Oh, okay.
No.
And then Proxima kind of goes, it's cool. I'll give you all your stuff back outside. Don't worry, it's fine. It's cool. It's cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's binding.
It's
It's
forever.
it's bound.
Magic.
It's bound. It's bound.
You're
It's bound to
attuned
you.
to the,
It's
to the
sick
ashes
shit.
of
This is-
grandma.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what they say. You get a grandma in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. I guess. I don't know.
Perfect. That's a lot of grandmas you have.
A lot.
Mhm.
Questmaster, do we have anything else to tell our contestants?
I think we do. I think we should tell them that they absolutely crushed our donation goal. Holy heck, guys. Can you believe all these people who showed up and showed out for you guys? Give them a quiet round of applause to us and not blow out your mics.
Amazing.
Oh man. That was truly, truly fantastic. I can't believe you guys.
Incredible. And we'll, of course, now do the wonderful thing that we do where we magically transport you back to exactly what you're doing, wherever you were. And you're back. You've completed the QuestMaster Challenge.
And
I feel like
nobody
I
got
was
stuck
just, like,
behind.
Nobody got
robbed.
stuck behind. Everybody got out.
Or forgotten.
Nobody gets left behind.
Proxima's
Or
like in her
forgot.
like tent. She's like, oh no, I didn't get their addresses to mail them the stuff. This is so awkward. Oh boy.
It wouldn't matter. It would just pop right back to
It
you.
would
I didn't get their
absolutely-
social media handles or anything. How are we gonna hang out?
So many grandmas. So many grandmas.
Oh, that's so funny. Like,
Oh
good
my
thing I go back to like my meditation circle. Like, good thing I didn't even like my grandma. I just sit down and meditate.
That's amazing. Thank you guys so much for coming and playing D&D with us.
Yeah.
That's
Thank you for running this
Thank
game. This was so
you.
fun.
Yeah. It was
do
fun.
you guys want to tell us where we can find you?
Yes.
Why
This
you a
up,
cop?
Chelsea.
Oh, all right.
Well,
I'll start
maybe.
us off. Yes. Hi, I'm Chelsea, aka Chelsea Bites. I was your elf druid Za today. And you can find me just about everywhere: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I am a tech content creator who is a host, and I'm a streamer that does not stream, at least on their channel. So if you'd like to check me out, just find me on all of those places. You'll have a good time, I promise. And I guess we can just go on over to Cate.
Oh, okay. I'm Cate. Now I'm nervous. I always manage to screw this up. And I'm Cateosaurus. I'm Cateosaurus everywhere. I've got a YouTube. I've got a Twitch. I've got a TikTok. I've heard. And you can also find me at Infinite Quest Podcast. And yeah, that's me. Steph, why don't you go?
I am Steph. You can find me playing Dungeons and Dragons. If you like this character and you want to hear all of my spells sung, poorly or not, you can find us on Adventure Incorporated. And I also do a Shakespeare podcast called Protest Too Much, In Addition Pod, which is a stream with Swan. And then follow our Instagram, because I've been trying really hard to like make Instagram a thing for us. And I would appreciate it. It's at Serious Business Network. It's in the thing above my head. You follow that on Instagram. I love you. Oh, Swan.
I'm Swan. I'm Swan. I was your crazy lady Lorax. I am a swan named Emily across the internet. I am an artist. I stream my own art. If you are looking for D&D commissions, I love doing D&D commissions, so hit me up. And I love making stickers. You can support me. I have a Patreon. I have an Etsy if you want to buy some of my stuff. If you want to just join me and draw, I draw on my channel, which is a Swan named Emily. Or if you want to hang out with the Doodle Crew, we're a group of artists who do live improv art drawings, and all of that can be found over on my YouTube as well. And if you want more Shakespeare but with art, I also do Sketching Shakespeare with Steph, where she brings me Shakespeare, explains it to me, and then I draw. So yeah.
This feels very much like popcorn from when I was a kid. My name is Alex Smith. You can find me at the Quid Pro Roll podcast, which is an actual play Dungeons and Dragons game where I am DMing. Being a player is very weird for me. You can find me at Quid Pro Roll. You can on Twitter. You can also find me at Alpha Comics Games, which is my Alpha Comics and Games being my shop in Richmond, Virginia. And my TikTok is Quid Pro Roll podcast. At this point, it's mostly just art stuff. Please love us. Instagram is at Quid Pro Roll podcast, and all of the other stuff has been listed because I have too many handles because I'm bad at social media. Jenna, my love.
Awesome. Oh, we're gonna let Chelsea go because she is so heckin' busy.
I got like 5 more minutes. We're good.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you're good. I got time for y'all.
No.
Well, we are gonna do like a tiny little Q&A for anybody who wants to stick around and hang out. Just be cool in the chat. And I'm Jenna. I'm at Jenna Chill at Jen Chill everywhere on the internet, I believe, with one L, because if you use the second L, little Alex will get very angry.
Extremely
very angry.
So angry.
You can find me on Botch Podcast Mondays and Tuesdays, and Horse Girls, which is every other Wednesday.
Oh my God, Horse Girls.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. I'm on
Alex.
Horse Girls, so I'm jumping on board. I'm on Horse Girls too. You can find me on Horse Girls. I do another podcast called Animorphs Anonymous. I am on Twitch on this exact channel for Dungeons and Draken Beams. We live play an Animorphs based Dungeons and Dragons game. So real nerd shit. So yeah, you can find me, I think at D&D Pod should be below me. But yeah, you can check out any one of those things to find me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. This has been a real blast.
Hooray.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys had fun.
How's
I like totally like escape room stuff. It's so great.
I'm just glad I got to see Saw after a full year.
It's been like too long. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's gonna be fun to whip out one more time during DragonCon if we got the chance. That would be really cool.
No, I'm already planning on doing a sequel game. It is happening. We are doing this.
I'm so glad to hear it. Yeah, it's so nerdy. I love to see it in chat. Look at that. Y'all, we have to get in on the horse girl magic though, because I do have like that deep desire to be my own horse girl. So I'm glad chat is pulling it. But
We have connections. We can make that happen.
It's
absolutely. And no, seriously, it was really cool to be able to raise money with you guys. I love gaming, with a good purpose. So
Heck yeah.
Me too.
that was awesome.
And
Chat, y'all were awesome. Y'all were
crushed
wild.
it. So.
Yes. My God.
Thank you so much,
Crushed.
everyone.
Yes.
incredible.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Drink her before sugar.
I
Gotta come up with a name. Thank you, Casey. Ugh, amazing. And thank you both, Jenna and Alex, for not completely torturing us tonight.
We did our best, but you guys
Yeah.
are too nice. We had to like ease off a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was about to start thinking of ways to make you not kill a bird.
I don't want to kill it.
It was so
Maths.
torture.
Like the bird. Oh, it must have been horrible listening to me like talk to Birdie for like a full 5 minutes about like spa life and just building this.
I was like, oh
Yeah.
no, they're gonna become best friends. Help.
Oh, we are. We are. Birdie really killed it. But yeah, that was so much fun. Only here. Oh, man. Oh, Egg was your favorite NPC. Look at that.
Oh no, the egg that smashed or one of the other 49 eggs.
I was
Listen,
seriously thinking about just being like, do I just drop my eggs? Just gonna drop them all on the floor. Oh man.
I feel
Would've
like
been
cure
great.
wounds should have worked.
Oh right.
Worked on the egg.
I
Really,
mean,
really like, let's define wounds. How many hit
Cracks.
points could that egg have recovered 1d8 hit points plus 3?
Was it fertilized? No. Then no harm was truly done, was it?
it's true. That wasn't really a wound then.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't listen. That's
I
a
feel like
funny
I
one.
feel like what Lost Limey says. I feel like mending would have worked if I had mending, but I didn't.
Yeah, I
Just
didn't
like
have
glue
mending
the
either.
egg back together, weeping.
I would have waited. For that. I'd have been like, yeah, I'll help you. Let's get the pieces. Let's go. Putting the break in breakfast. Yeah, I see you, Prism. Great. Oh god.
I have to say, I did write down the quote about who hasn't impersonated a banana. That was like, that was incredible.
The amount of puns.
Not Alex, but everybody else has impersonated a banana.
The
I'm super
amount
excited
of
in a
puns.
costume.
That
for
was an
Dragon Con now.
Ainine thing, man. I've impersonated a banana. Bullshit. Like I said, Ainine is not fun. I, however, have done the regular thing that everyone has done, which is impersonate a banana.
You heard it here first.
The real friends were the bananas we impersonated along the way. Sick. I'm sick. Yeah, I'm glad that we were very sensitive about being comedically tied up. I was like, huh, there's blood on that rock and people are being strung up not by their toes.
I mean, it is still a dungeon.
Yeah,
Fight the
You said hook
dungeon.
though, and it went to straight like meat hook. Like it got
Yeah,
really
that's-
dark really
that's where I went
fast.
to.
yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. We did have to determine comedically very fast.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they're doing it. This is the other
Like,
side.
I just thought the deeper we went, the more deranged and depraved
right?
and violent things would get.
Oh,
Which,
yeah.
given that I had to start by crushing a bird to death with a rock, was kind of.
I thought we were just going from there. I was like,
Yeah, we started pretty high on that one.
Yeah.
like, here we go. We're gonna have to chew out of our bindings later. Oh man. But no, seriously, such a pleasure. I hate that I have to drop now because I gotta go play another 3-hour game. Y'all,
Have fun.
Thank you.
Bye.
y'all were
Chug that Red
wonderful.
Bull.
Yeah,
Oh,
chug
Yeah,
it.
get it.
oh, it's done. It was such a pleasure. If I leave, will it mess your thing up?
It will, but we got a contingency plan in place just for this, so don't worry about it
Excellent.
because
Yeah.
we knew it
I
was
will.
happening.
I will time it. You've got me. 3, 2, 1. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye, Chelsea.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Does anybody in chat have any questions at
It
all?
looks like there was a oh, that was a question from you to the chat. I saw a question mark and I was like, looks like there's a question.
no, there is how about what was everyone's favorite moments of the Questmaster's dungeon?
I really liked the semantics of if there's one bird in the hand and 2, that counts for 2 in the bush, and then kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I thought that was very clever.
That was quite clever.
It was great.
There was an extra point thrown in for maths.
Quick maths.
Yeah.
Get points for maths.
Bird math.
Bird math. It's a
It's
very
the only kind of
complicated
math we do here. Anybody else had favorite moments? It's a question from chat, so I'm pushing it.
Oh.
I'm just reading
all of it? I
chat
don't know.
answer the
say.
question.
Yeah, Ellery got some love for the tortoise thing. Got love for that. Love
That was
it.
very good. And I know, so we have a secret tech person behind the scene. And I know he was dying, I'm sure, with the turtles, because that's like one of his favorite things. So I'm sure he was dying about that.
I used to not know anything about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then I dated someone who made sure very quickly that I knew everything, like quizzed me on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I am well versed in the turtles. Don't need that information anymore.
Oh God, fave
Might
turtle.
as well come out in a D&D.
There's now
Yeah.
the question, Steph, what is your favorite turtle?
Oh, this is not a question. It's Donatello, the smart one, the clever one. The one, like, duh. There's no other good answer. There's no other right answer.
Donatello is the correct answer.
I'm quite partial to Raphael just because he's a sweet, sweet, broody emo boy.
That's fair. That's
It's on
fair.
brand. I'm just the chat is wild right now.
Yeah,
I
man.
the
know.
chat's
That
crazy.
I know.
TMNT is still the best Daredevil parody is one of those things that just took me on a wild emotional ride.
Rap has layers.
Oh my God. Honestly, I really liked the icebreaker thing in the beginning because for a let's yank all these characters and put them in the same place was probably one of the best possible ways to enter that dungeon and give like the vibe of what the overall dungeon was going to be. Also, Cate, the Proxima, I peed my pants here. Like, moment of vulnerability was one of the funniest
So
things
good.
that happened over the course of the game.
Yeah.
It was
Thank you.
glorious.
I was like, I like sometimes I really struggle with D&D because I'm really good at like puzzles, and so I don't want to be like the guy who's like, I know the answer immediately, and so I was trying to like hold off and like get the vibe, you know.
Yeah. So my first character for Adventure Inc. for our first season, which was my first D&D character ever, was basically just one version of me who loves like super nerdy and loves books and puzzles. And so like I wanted to build Ellery as like the non like, let me solve this please, and I'm gonna be really upset if these ding dongs on my team don't get it right. I'm just gonna build my character to let it go. It's very hard.
It is incredibly hard.
I have a question. I have a question for Cate. How many of your D&D characters are not named after fonts?
0 of them.
I love that so much.
It's become a running joke, but it gets harder, you know, because I also found out that I can make custom fonts, and so then it's like if I need a name, I can technically just make a font. But
Yeah.
I try to do it on the honor system. So at this point, they're all fonts.
This is my wizard, Wingdings.
The one that I was truly the
kenku.
most proud of recently was I did there was like a TikTok like D&D one, and I played a dinosaur. It was a sentient T-Rex, but his name was Newland Inline, which is the Jurassic Park font. And it goes by Newt for short. And I was
Oh my
that was
God.
the one that I'm the most proud of.
Yeah, that's really good.
Pretty deep cut. That's
I
kind of
love it.
delightful.
Super good.
God. That the only
I
way
love
that
that.
could have like, well, no, that's perfect. But if you could also get somebody to play with you that was just Phil Tippett and his whole job was to follow you around and just try to like mitigate damage. That's it.
Love,
Good.
all the love to Phil Tippett.
It started as a joke, and now it's just become like my favorite thing. It's like, what font is this character?
So good. It gives you like personality too.
It
Like
does.
It's such a cool character building tool. I really like, unironically, jokes aside, I really love that.
Oh,
That is
thanks.
really, really brilliant.
And then when you
That's
get
why she
fancy, it goes
wins.
italics, and when you get really like adventurous, it goes bold. And
Right.
I love this.
This is a non-serif character. Like, let's be real. We don't need those extra little wings on these.
Sans share. Here's my strict lawful paladin. Sans sheriff has got me. I am
That's good.
deceased. Put me in the ground.
Put me in the grave.
That
Oh
is
God. The
I
big
am
himbo
dead.
barbarian named Impact. That one set me. I'm just
good.
like, oh my god, I need it. I need to play Impact.
These are all great.
Oh, it's so good. Think we have
Oh no,
Emily, I
Kate,
love-
everybody's gonna steal your naming tactic.
God. Okay.
Emily, I
Let's
just
keep
love
the-
how many characters I've seen you play that are just unhinged. Like, I love it so much. Like, I have yet to play a game with you where your character is slightly unhinged.
Oh yeah. No, I like it. I go low intelligence and up the fun.
No thoughts, head empty.
No thought. Empty head. Feeling nothing. Oh gosh. Yeah. I thought it would be fun though this time to play something different because usually I just play tank because that's easy. But I was like, no, we can go a little nuttier this time. Love it.
God. So good though. And then when QuestMaster Jenna, of course, granted the Leaf permission to talk to you, that was a beautiful
Leaf
moment.
friend. That was a beautiful moment.
That was a very cute little voice too.
I was gonna say, I was prepared to die for that leaf.
Oh no.
Yes. No, that I would have protected that with my body. Every hit point I had was going to protect that little leaf. That was
When
my
did we all
favorite
become
moment.
Wally?
The instant the little leaf had a voice.
Yeah.
It was a great voice. It was a great little leaf voice. Oh my god.
Oh my.
I like how it's like we're gonna do a Q&A and it's just us reading stream chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because
Yep.
the suggestions are just so good. It's like, okay,
know.
yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
be here reading for a while.
Yeah, no. I felt bad because chat was on fire and I would catch little bits of it, but no, y'all were awesome. It's great.
Everybody enabled me too much at the "this is my grandma" joke.
Oh my god.
No, that was perfect.
No, they did not.
That was
I watched-
top tier.
I watched chat blow up and I was like, validation. Because I was literally sitting there like, do not laugh, it will kill the joke. Do not laugh, it'll kill the joke. Do not
I was
laugh.
like, it legitimately cannot get better than Grandmother Willow. This is my actual grandmother.
Beautiful.
Oh.
It was so fun. It was so fun.
Oh man.
How many times did little Alex have to put on her tie?
Once. I mean, I tied it backwards the first time, but correct ways just once. So,
That's all that counts. Is
All
the
it-
correct way.
yeah, exactly. So
What is our group name? Team
Grandmaster.
blowing the hell out of our
Grandma.
goal for charity fundraising.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yes. Let me refresh and get an actual number there.
yeah. Oh, I'm interested.
Oh my. Oh my. $2,071. Putting us, our team rank is in the top 50. We are number 49
Heck yeah.
fundraising for Trevor Project right now.
That's amazing.
Hell yeah.
Gosh, you guys are crazy. Oh my God.
That's amazing.
That is so cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
Just
I was gonna suggest calling y'all the Trevor Endeavor, which is honestly pretty on
Love
point.
it.
That's pretty delightful.
Yeah. Yeah. My only suggestion would that be to like homogenize it so it's Trendever, but that's just my
Escape the pungeon. Escape the
Escape the pungeon.
pungeon.
Oh,
escape the pungeon's
no.
very good.
Well,
That's
let me
so
just
good.
write that down. Hold
Yes,
on.
exactly.
Rum Renegade. Well done.
Mhm.
That was
Oh my gosh.
Snaps.
Chat, y'all, amazing.
magical.
Oh,
Magical and
also,
powerful.
I love Guild of Granddaughters. That's dope.
The Guild of
I do actually really fucking love that too.
Yeah.
I do like the
Yeah.
Guild of Granddaughters. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen is as these characters like reappear in our various podcasts, they're gonna be like announced like in some kind of formal setting, and they'll be like member of the Guild of Granddaughters, survivor of the pungeon. Like it's just gonna be like this long list.
I am contractually writing that into every intro. To be a dragon.
Nice.
I'm like, hi everybody, please welcome Catiosaurus to the stage. Member of the Guild of Granddaughters.
I can't wait to like drop this into like that was one of the reasons I wanted to play my main show character because like I'm just gonna drop this stuff into like our tavern nights as much as possible and like watch the boys' heads spin. And that's
Heck
really
yeah.
my only goal.
Next time you
Yes.
guys do a guest, like a girls' night on Tavern Night, I'll play as Ainine, so there can be like, oh my god,
Absolutely. Yes.
Parasaurolophus,
Ooh, who's suggesting that?
everyone's favorite dinosaur.
Oh,
Parasaurolophus.
Oh,
yep.
Appalachiosaurus. Yeah.
Barney.
Okay.
Barney was my favorite for a long time. Longer than probably normal for a child. But then I had a tarantula themed birthday party. So like
Oh,
That's so
that was the kind of kid I
terrifying
was.
and amazing.
What a treasure.
Yeah.
Kid me, so scared right now. Adult me, that's bitching.
That's amazing.
My dad would regularly tell this story about when I was a little kid and he was watching some show he was watching on television, and I waddled up to him, looked at it, looked at him, looked at the screen, looked at him, and went, "Hey, this is a boring show. How about some Barney?" He brings up that at every time I would bring a boy home, every time he was talking to someone I worked with professionally, any circumstance.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep. Big dad
Oh.
energy right there. Ankylosaurus is my favorite because he's little, he's got little legs, he's got a big old rock tail, and I love him.
Yeah.
Love
Okay,
it.
what about yours?
Oh man. So here's mine. This is like a weird trivia fact. So my usual answer is that I just say Brontosaurus because it's easy, but my real favorite dinosaur is the Dinosaurus imperiosus osborne, which is a real dinosaur that existed. It was discovered in like the 1900s. I think it was like 1904, 1905 by this guy named Henry Osborne, who was a really famous archaeologist. I'm not related, but we have the same name and we spell it the same way. And he discovered a T-Rex, and then he was like, "Nah, dog, I'm gonna name it after me." And then like for like 100 years, he just insisted that it was like called the like Osborne sort. And then it was like, and this finally somebody at a museum was like, "No, that's a T-Rex, but you can look it up. It was a dinosaur for a while."
That's
That's
magical.
awesome.
I don't know why I
Um,
know that, but here we go.
Someone did ask, so two things. Thing number one, someone asked, everyone recommend me your favorite fan fiction, which is a dangerous door to open. And thing number two is a question of how we all got into D&D.
Oh.
And I haven't read fanfic in so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like since fanfiction.net days.
Back in my archive of our
Ah.
own days.
Okay, I have an answer, but it's very silly. Is that somewhere on AO3 there is a story that someone wrote about the character that I do on TikTok, who's Rich Victorian Widow. They wrote fan fiction about Rich Victorian Widow and Theodore Roosevelt. It goes exactly how you think it would, but nothing prepares you for that. No amount of theater school prepares you for the day where somebody goes, "Hey, there's Rich Victorian Widow fan fiction." So I enjoy that immensely. I consider it the highest compliment.
That's incredible. I love that so much.
Amazing.
My life
Yes.
goal is literally just to get like somebody is invested enough in the narrative that they write fan fiction. Like that is life goal.
Yeah.
Whole thing.
That's
Hey
really
man, I
cool.
thought I was writing fan fiction there for a while about QPR. I was like, you're not gonna tell me they're not. You're not gonna tell me they're not. You're just not. You're just
I
not gonna
just-
tell me that they're not.
Nothing brought me as much joy as you texting me in all caps, like, I knew it. I was like, yay. Honestly, I was legit like, Jenna, why are you listening to QPR? Why are you doing this to yourself? I'm so sorry.
At least your show doesn't eat horses.
Yeah.
My favorite my favorite fanfic story is I'm teaching Murakami right now to my high school seniors and juniors, and we read Samsa in Love first, and the seniors, because it's a stacked course, read The Metamorphosis last year. And a kid just in the middle of like them sitting and reading was like, "Miss Granula, can I call this fanfic?" And I was like, yes. It's not a sequel. It's not a that's the best definition for it that I didn't think about until this moment. but like you've solved the problem of like what is this story in relation to the metamorphosis, and it's fanfic. It's Gregor Samsa fanfic, and so that was a really fun little moment.
Hey Steph. You know what else is fan fiction?
Shakespeare.
Troilus and Cressida.
Yep.
I will die on that hill.
It really it is. I love Troilus and Cressida. It's the worst ending in all of Shakespeare. So when I directed it, I rewrote the ending because like Shakespeare's dead.
What's he gonna do? Haunt you?
I had all of the women, I had all of the female characters come out and like build a speech together. And I was just like, okay, that's it now.
Nice.
How we end this play. It's a
That's the
terrible
best.
ending.
That's the best option.
Yeah.
Alex, Jenna, you cannot escape you cannot escape answering for whatever your fan fiction crimes are.
Ooh. It has been so long. So hang on, let me like scrape the bottom of my brain barrel for anything. I have no idea. It would
Okay,
probably
I'll
be
go.
Animorphs related, right?
Yeah,
go,
mine is
Jenna, while I
mine
think of
is
something.
mine is tangentially Animorphs related.
Oh, good.
I read these terrible Animorphs, and I don't like to call things bad, but these were these Animorphs fan fiction, I guess, books called Humanimorphs. And then my friend Tim wrote fan fiction of the fan fiction books. And it was really one of the most fantastic things I've ever read because it was ridiculous and off the wall. And it made me actually enjoy those awful Humanimorphs books.
Okay, now I have two answers. Thank you, Jenna. You just springboarded me into the stratosphere. For like good ones, like I totally forgot about this, but for my Animorphs podcast, once we finished all the books, we did read fan fictions that like some people we didn't know, some people we did, but we published like 6 or 7 episodes just of like fan fictions, and they like so many of them were incredible and awesome and like built on the world and explored relationships, and they were super cool. So all of those, and some of them were written by like people in this chat actually, but yeah, they were super good. And then bad ones, like, yeah, you're right, Jenna, just those. Yeah. They were bad.
They were bad.
They were very bad. So,
but it was fun because they were bad.
Humans that morph.
And then
into
of course
Power Rangers. So how did you guys all get how did you guys all get into D&D? It's casual. It's fine. It's gonna be
it's solid. It's solid.
Listen, I'm so proud of myself for like not doing that too bad throughout that entire thing because I get the worst mush mouth at all times.
That's a long time. That's a long time to have all your words.
Oh, like my cheeks hurt from like forcing them to do the words properly.
All right, should we do roundtable of their last? This could be our last question. How we got into D&D? Sound good?
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's go round the table. Emily, you started, so I'm forcing you.
Okay, that's fine. Mine's really sad and lame, but I got into it because of my college boyfriend. But I love it because the very first game of D&D I ever played was terrible. There were too many people. The DM was trying to hook up with one of the other female players, and so there was a little bit of favoritism, and it was a Star Wars campaign, which I thought, great. I know fantasy, but I really know Star Wars. This will be great. So I played a Twi'lek, and I was super excited, but the DM was like, well, you're on Tatooine, so if you ever leave the safety of the group, or if anything happens, you'll be sold into slavery. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so what can I do? And he's like, you can go and dance at the palace and earn money. That's what you can do. I'm like, okay. So I earn money for the group. And the whole campaign ended when my boyfriend collected everybody into one of the little houses that we'd been collecting all our loot in, threw in a thermal detonator, and blew everybody up.
Oh no. Nice.
But every other game I've played since then has been more fun.
A low bar to start.
Real low.
Yeah.
Basement level.
That's good. No, low expectations is
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'll keep calling them out. Steph, you want to go next?
Yeah. I I did college improv with a bunch of ding dongs, Anthony, Mike, Rob, and Mikey didn't do improv, but he was just always there. And back like 6 years ago, Mike sent me a message because we all stayed friends, and he was like, hey, do you want to play on a D&D podcast? And I was like, I've never played D&D before, but like, sure. So the first year of Adventure Incorporated is a lot of me asking, what dice do I roll? Because no one ever told me that the answer is almost always the D20. It's like almost always. Every time Anthony was like, roll for whatever, I was like, which one? Great listening, great audio. But that's how I got into it.
That's awesome. Cate?
Hello. I actually got into D&D twice, which is weird. But so when I was a kid, my dad loved D&D. He had played D&D for a really long time. And he kept trying to get me into it. And I was always like, oh, D&D, that's like boring. I don't like that. And then when I was in college, he passed away. And then I wound up inheriting, like, one of his college friends actually reached out to me, and he was like, I have a bunch of like shit of your dad's that I've had for like 30 years. Do you want it? And I was like, sure. And so what I got was a bunch of my dad's old character sheets. And so I still have this like secret hope that I want to like play a campaign of like all my dad's old characters, but I just haven't like worked it out because it's all like 2E. Like, nah, I don't want that. No. But then my now husband was actually also playing Edge of the Empire, and they needed a spot at the table filled, and I was like, well, I'm your girlfriend, I guess I'll play. And then I got really into it, and so now I'm like following in my dad's footsteps. So there you go.
That's awesome.
Sorry, I just brought the room
That's
completely
super
down.
awesome. No, it's not
No.
down. That was up.
Everybody's like,
Yeah.
Oh my
like,
gosh,
that's
no.
No, because I think we're all like, that sounds amazing. And I like, want to see that. That's
Look,
so
if
cool.
anything's gonna have bummed us out, it's the dude who's like, yes, female friend playing this game, dance for the amusement of the hunt.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
man, if anybody's gonna make us cringe out of our skin.
Right.
Absolutely not.
All right, Alex, what's your
So-
history?
So it kind of depends on if we're talking about like my first time DMing, because like my first time playing, like I had played like here and there in people's games. It never was part of a campaign, but I was just like there. And I spent an inordinate of time like role playing on Gaia Online, so I had a very strong idea of how it was supposed to go, which is not how it went. I always tell people, if you main forum roleplay, do not play that character as your first D&D game, and that comes from experience. The first time I ever DM'd was there was this group of friends that I had with a guy that I was kind of interested in at the time. They were like, we need a DM for this game. And I'm like, I'll DM. I've DM'd lots of times, but I hadn't. I had never DM'd.
Successful deception check.
Got him.
The thing is that none of them really knew, their ass from their elbow as far as D&D went. So they just assumed I knew what I was doing. And that is how my entire career as a DM has been built upon lies.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but yeah, it started very like late. Like it started as like I would play occasionally here, I'd play occasionally there. Like I would get the books and read them alone in my room because I did not have friends. But then it kind of grew out of that one game that I lied about DMing. And then I realized, oh, I like this a lot more than just being a player. And I also can now control doing it. So I'm just going to be a DM for the rest of forever.
That's so good.
That is definitely so good.
That is so good. Jenna, you wanna admit to your crimes?
Sure. Yeah, I have many. Where do we want to start with the crime? Oh no, the D&D
Alphabetical.
thing.
Yeah, the D&D
D&D
crimes.
thing.
Sorry.
I also got into it twice. My cousin was the only other person that I knew who was like openly a nerd, and was accepting of like tiny little like scrawny baby Jenna wanting to do nerdy stuff. So he like introduced me to like Rama 1/2 and a bunch of other anime stuff. And then he was like, hey, so I have this game. Like, do you want to like play sometime? I guess I can run like a campaign for you or whatever. Yeah. And so he got me into D&D, and then I played a little in high school with some friends, but nothing really stuck because everybody was like, oh, don't call me a nerd. Oh God. Oh no. Thankfully the geeks have inherited the earth, And a few years ago, my oldest kid got into D&D really hard and wanted to DM a game. And we let him DM for us. And it was amazing. It still is amazing. It is one of the coolest things in the world to watch this thing that was so little become this grown human person who loves this thing that you love so much. I enjoy it. How
That's
about you,
awesome.
Alex?
Oh, I'm gonna go very similar vein to Steph, actually, is that I knew Animorphs, and so I got invited into this Animorphs D&D game. I had played once before. I rolled 3 nat ones in a row, and my DM looked at me and said, "I can't help you." And so then I quit after a while, and then Austin was like, "Would you come back and do this Animorphs thing because you like Animorphs?" I said no, and then he's like, "But you like Animorphs." And I was like, "All right, then I'll do it." So I learned how to play D&D through a podcast as well. So that's my whole history, and now here we are.
You
doing all
guys
sorts of
just
other
y'all started on hard mode. Like, yeah, the first time I'm ever going to play D&D is it's going to be performative.
It's for
Yeah.
consumption. Don't worry, 6 years in, and we still have people in our Discord who are like, actually, this rule is you're supposed to play it like this, and we're like, you're right.
I mean,
Yup.
yeah. My group is like entirely professional DMs, and all of us are like, what's that? It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out later. And then we get people who are like, guys, this is the rule. Guys, this is the rule. No, this is the rule. And it's like, it's fine.
It's guidelines.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, we are a little bit past time. Shall I let you guys go home? Like, shall I let you leave the second
We'll let
dungeon?
you out of the dungeon.
The second dungeon here. You may all go.
You've done the
real-
quest, and it's tell us all of your secrets.
We all get our tax returns, open it, and then are immediately flung into a dungeon.
Oh
Still
Honestly,
better than
though.
having to do your taxes. So
no.
Thank you
Oh,
so
man.
much for having us. Thank you,
Thank you
everyone,
guys
for
so
your
much.
donations and for watching.
Yeah,
Thank you,
we're gonna leave those
everybody.
donations open for how long, Alex?
The entire month. All of
The
Women's
entire
Month.
month.
Yeah.
hell
Mhm.
yeah.
Someone
Indeed.
asked if we're gonna post if this video is gonna be available.
Yes,
Um,
it will be.
Where can
Yeah.
people find it?
It will be right here for a week. And then we are going to pull it, put it on YouTube, send it to whoever wants to post it that was involved in this. So I know it'll be on Animorphs Anonymous. It'll be whoever wants it.
Yeah,
We'll
so
have
you-
it.
Yep, we'll get it to you.
Yep, we will get it multiple places, and then you have to go in your own quest to find it. But it should be pretty easy. So
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. This has been such a good time. And I've missed all of you so very much.
Yes. Ugh.
My name is Savannah.
Yeah, this is so great.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna go because I just literally had friends show up, so I'm gonna go hang out with people. But
You go enjoy having friends.
I'm doing
All
it. I'm
right.
being the first one to leave. Bye, everybody.
excellent.
Thanks so much for being here.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh,
And-
I missed the button.
Aw.
Okay, no, bye forever.
Okay, bye.
It's
Oh,
fine.
gosh.
It's chill. It's Gucci.
Thank
Oh
you
my
guys so
God.
much.
Thank you guys. I'll talk to
Thanks
y'all
for
later.
coming.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay, how do I stop recording? Is